here we go. 6:01 at the MJ Morning Show on Q105. MJ, Fester, Roxanne. No Froggy. Oh, here's Froggy just stumbling and mumbling in here at 6:01 here on a Friday, final live show of the year. Although the best of shows that typically are scheduled are pretty darn good. So a lot of people, I get tons of email. When we do vacation, when we go away, our best of shows, people are emailing me like that stuff is brand new. I'm getting all kinds of interactions on social media. Hey, I heard on the show today and this. Well, and that's the point. The point is that when we are away, we do so much material during the course of a week, over the months, over the year, that we put together best of shows. And the chances are that you haven't heard the material. So if you haven't heard it, it's new to you. It's like NBC Thursdays. It's must-see TV Thursdays. If you haven't seen it, it's... Remember they used to promote that? If you haven't... It was that kind of...
I mean, technically, they're right.
Yeah, it was that obnoxious voice guy. If you haven't seen it, it's new to you. You know, as they're doing reruns back on NBC back in the day. That was one of the lines they used. So a lot of times people are listening to the program when we go on vacation, and the material they hear, they think it's fresh, unless there's something that is particularly dated. But even then, the crap's going to be entertaining. So, hey, I saw it again this morning, Fester.
Did you?
Yep. I would say it's 3 to 4 times a week that I see it.
I saw it this morning as well, and I saw it with one of the construction rock haulers. So he must have missed his off.
What? I don't know.
And
I see cars. I don't see trucks.
I'm telling you, that's why I'm telling you.
I don't see trucks typically do it.
Me neither. That's why I'm bringing it up. It was so unique.
No, unless... No, you know what? No,
For me to bring it up.
No, that wasn't unique. The fact was they were probably heading from Hillsborough, and then they need to drop off their load because, you see, they're doing all kinds of stuff northbound. That guy's probably bringing a load of whatever construction material to northbound because they're building the new bridge on the right side or the north side of the southbound Howard Franklin, but the northbound, they just expanded that whole area where it looks like they're going to expand lanes to then maybe funnel back into the normal traffic. But that bridge, or you know what, maybe they're building that to handle the current southbound is going to become the northbound. So, folks, if you don't understand what's going on with all the construction, the current northbound Howard Franklin Bridge, 275 North, Howard Franklin Bridge, so from St. Pete over to Tampa, that's getting demolished. They are ripping that out. The current southbound will become the northbound, and the new bridge will become the southbound. So I'm thinking that rock hauler. Now that wasn't part of what I'm talking about.
Well, it was unique to me because I've never seen one of those big trucks.
Yeah. That's not. I'm talking about regular passenger cars.
It happens all the time.
Do you know what I'm talking about, Roxanne? Do you have any idea?
I have no clue. This is way over my pay grade.
Now I saw it on 4th Street when 4th Street was still open. I saw it all the time. And now that we take MLK, and you're forced to take MLK, Ulmerton, MLK. You go ahead and you obviously fork off to the left to MLK. What I'm talking about, Froggy, do you have any idea what we're talking about?
I have no clue. You're really losing me on this.
And you know who's going to do it because they're driving ridiculously slow.
I'm just trying to see what Froggy's already on his phone going through email. I mean,
good.
So
that's
annoying.
A good thing going through email.
But it has nothing to do with the show. It has zero to do with the program. And you heard him just like, get out of here. So I'm looking over his shoulder. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
I'm going to look over your stupid shoulder.
We are 3 minutes into the program, and you're already scrolling through your email.
You know what? Everybody is just trying to cross the finish line. It's just everybody is running out of gas, doing their best.
I'm not running out of gas. What do you? I'm not running out of gas.
I am.
I'm not phoning this in. I'm not. Oh my God. I'm not huffing and puffing. And oh my God, if I can just get through this show.
No.
Oh my God.
No. I didn't say get through the show.
Right.
I just said life in general.
I don't want you
to. The show is what we get through and give all of our 100%
what finish
energy.
line are you talking about?
The 2022.
The 2022 finish line?
Roxanne,
Yes.
I don't want you to confuse me being excited to not have to see you guys for 2 weeks with us racing to a finish line. I mean, this is going to be a 110% energy show. I'm
Of
just
course it is.
I'm
Of
just
course it
grateful
is.
that
Trust us, we're grateful we don't have to be around you for 2 weeks.
Oh, no way. That's the best gift ever.
Let me finish what I was talking about. So the thing that I'm talking about, what I see 3 to 4 days a week, are the schlubs that accidentally get on the Howard Franklin Bridge southbound, and they're waiting for the first exit to turn around and go back north over to the Tampa side. I see those cars making that U-turn at the first available spot, either 4th Street when that was open, and now it's MLK. I see it all the time.
How do you know that they got off on the wrong? How do you know that?
Because the turnaround is pretty close. The only reason you'd be getting and making a U-turn right away is to get back on 275 northbound to go back over to the Tampa side.
I never see that.
And then, Festa, you think that it's when you're leaving the airport or coming off of the Veterans, or that's where people get all twisted up and turned around and all screwed up, and then suddenly they're committed to the bridge?
With all this airport reconstruction over the last couple of years, it is a very tricky exit of the airport. Which lane takes you exactly which place? Who takes you to Clearwater? Who takes you to the Veterans? Who takes you to the Howard Franklin? And once you get on the St. Pete exit, there's no getting off. So at the airport, you commit, and you're stuck on a bridge for 10 miles.
Unless you know about the secret Howard Franklin Bridge turnaround. Festa, don't tell me you don't know about the secret Howard Franklin Bridge turnaround.
Sounds shady.
The bridge.
Oh my God! I mean, it's got to still be there. I haven't done it in years. I was told
the bridges are over water. You know this, right?
Yes, I know the bridge is over water, but there is a secret Howard Frank. If you're headed southbound and you're getting onto the bridge, there is a secret turnaround that somebody told me about back in the late 1990s, maybe 97, 98, and I've done it. I've done it twice. First to just test it out.
You're talking about the pull-off.
What?
Are you talking about the pull-off?
I'm talking about if you're headed southbound on the Howard Franklin Bridge, there is a spot where you can turn around and head back northbound. You don't know about this. Dude, you don't know about this.
Does it involve driving off and going under the bridge?
Yes.
But you're still on land, right?
Technically, it's right before you get to the water, but people don't know about it. It's not publicized, but there is a secret. I don't know what the status of it is now with the construction, but I got to imagine that it's still good, and I imagine maybe the construction crews use it. But there was a way, and you drove underneath the Howard Franklin Bridge to make a U-turn to go back and then end up on the shoulder on the northbound side. So it was the secret southbound U-turn turnaround. You don't know about this? You've never done it?
I've never done it.
I don't know whether it was legal or not. All right, hold on. Hold on to that thought. I'll tell you what. We'll go to phones next on the secret Howard Franklin Bridge southbound to northbound U-turn turnaround and see how many people know about this. Oh, I got something really big to discuss. Later this morning, I don't know, sometime after 7:30 or so, I've got something really, really big to reveal. What is it? Well, I guess you'll have to wait and find out. Fester, Roxanne, Froggy, and everybody. All right, hold on. Back in a second. Maybe we'll take some calls on the secret Howard Franklin Bridge turnaround. I'd like to know what the current status is, especially with the construction. All right, hang on. 6:10, just getting rolling. MJ Morning Show on Q105. Back in a minute.
Crash now. down. Stop. Hammer time.
That's what the guy said to Pelosi's husband. Stop hammer time. I'm glad he's okay, but All right, 621. It's the MJ Morning Show. It's Q105. And you got MJ and Fester and Roxanne here in the studio. No Froggy because, Fester, I don't know if you got the text. Was this a group text or just to me?
No, it was a group.
Group text.
I'm not left out of these bathroom conversations.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you.
Froggy says, I'm in the restroom if I'm not back in time. Blah, 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 blah. And now he's complaining. So now we're going to take calls on traffic. What is he, a big old critique on content now? We're talking about the secret Howard Franklin turnaround that nobody knows about. And now what? Froggy's bitching and moaning about what? That? Really?
Well, I don't know that I want people necessarily to look for it and take it. I
No,
don't
no,
want
no.
to jeopardize anybody.
Well, no.
I don't want to tell anybody.
It's illegal because technically it's an official vehicles only deal. So you're not supposed to, it's not for the general public to use, but somebody told me about it years ago and I had to do it. And then Michelle texted me. Michelle's listening. And I had never done the northbound one. I'd only tried the southbound Howard Franklin, the secret bridge turnaround. And then Michelle just texted me and said that she once took the northbound secret turnaround. Yeah, Michelle texted me, there's one going each way. It's for authorized vehicles only. So official authorized vehicles only. Folks, I'm just telling you about this. I'm not encouraging you to try it because you could end up getting, a ticket because it's authorized vehicles only. But if, and I don't know how the construction has messed it up because you get like the Bob's barricades and the road little barricades set, but you can still get over to this thing. But again, it's for official vehicles only. If anyone has done the secret turnaround, if you want to phone us up, 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047. You know what? This is going to launch my official book, The Secrets of Tampa Bay.
Ooh, that sounds awesome.
All of the secrets of the Tampa Bay area that people don't know about. So if you want to phone in on the secret Howard Franklin Bridge turnarounds, 800-990-1047. 1047. Yes, Fester.
You have a book of Tampa Bay area secrets?
No,
aside from the bridge.
The book is not out yet, but
so far it's a pamphlet.
All right, I've got one item.
Okay, I'm about to say.
Okay, you could make it bigger. You could encompass Tampa Bay secrets and mysteries.
No, I just want to do secrets.
Well, it doesn't sound like you have enough meat to it yet.
No, listen, trust me, I can come up with enough meat to write a book about the secrets of Tampa Bay, stuff that people just don't know about.
So far,
little shortcuts, little cool things, little dealios.
So far, you have a TikTok. That's all you have right now. You have one.
Don't you dare. Hey, whoa. Don't mention TikTok. What is wrong with you?
Jesus Christ.
No, what is wrong with you? You know that I don't want to promote TikTok on this show.
That's what you have so far. So far, you have a YouTube short.
Why?
Oh, my God.
Why are you bringing up TikTok? Stop.
Would you stop?
No.
Okay, you hate TikTok. Big deal. Stop.
No, I don't get it. It's almost like you're a Chinese communist agent.
Are you?
I wish I was.
You know what? You're a commie agent. That's
my
what
God.
You're pushing TikTok. I'm trying to tell
you
people
are a piece of work.
I'm trying to tell people to get off of TikTok.
Great.
Because
That's what you have so far with this terrible book idea. You have a TikTok.
I do not.
You have a 30-second.
Stop saying TikTok.
You have an Instagram. You have an Instagram video post that's 30 seconds long. That's what you have so far.
Hang on a sec. Let me get Michelle on the phone. Then, hey, Andrew, tell calls. I'll be right there. Hang on, because Michelle she's awake.
Yeah, she's awake.
Oh
She's
my
been texting.
God.
We've been texting about it.
Listen to this.
Keep her on for 3 hours today.
This phone sounds good, doesn't
What's
it?
going on with that?
Oh, man,
Did someone drop it in water?
Listen, this equipment needs to just be lit on fire. Everything just needs to be burned to the ground. All right, hang on a minute. Let me call Michelle. So I did the secret turnaround. I think Michelle was in the car when we did it. And then Michelle just texted me that she once did the northbound.
Hello.
Hey, were you with me in the car when we did the secret turnaround? What?
Nope.
What is that, a sex
'Cause I
move?
didn't know you did it.
What you? Oh, Froggy's back from the bathroom.
Yeah, no context.
Secret turnaround.
You come back and you got some smart ass thing to say?
Secret turnaround, is it? What is that?
You think that's a bedroom thing?
While she's driving?
Yeah.
You,
it's all euphemisms. Is that it?
What was the other one you said?
Doesn't
All right.
matter.
So, Michelle, I thought you were in the car with me when we did the southbound secret.
I don't recall.
You were hands down, absolutely. You were. It was like the late '90s, and someone had told us. I think they told us about the secret turnaround, and we said something like, "Oh, let's go try it," and we did it.
No,
Yes.
I did it after a friend told me because the kids went to school in St. Pete, and sometimes coming back home on that Howard Franklin, there was like an accident, and it was going to take like beyond an hour. And so I did the secret turnaround to get off it and go over to the Gandy.
Now, yeah, my kids went to Shorecrest. Now, we live in South Tampa, so
Yeah.
Michelle used to drive the kids to Shorecrest. How many years was that? Because they started like an alpha, right?
Yep.
So our kids, and then, for years, Michelle took the drive
10
from
years.
from South Tampa across the bridge to Shorecrest, and when traffic got backed up on the northbound side, on the Tampa side, you once took. See, I only knew about the southbound, but there's
It's on both
It's
ends.
on both ends.
I
Yeah.
see the
Both
northbound. I see the northbound more often because I'm driving that way in
Dude,
daylight.
you didn't even know about it. Suddenly, now you're an expert all of a sudden.
Well, this makes a
Why
lot
did you,
of
why
sense.
did you mention TikTok again?
I'm going to kick you right in your talk.
All right.
This makes a lot of sense because how do these emergency vehicles just appear out of nowhere when there are accidents?
Right.
And
But-
there's a guy who texted or girl works at Sunstar Paramedics as an EMT, and they told them about the turnaround when they first started. And
Right.
they were committed to the bridge in a wreck. That was something they could
But
use to turn
I
around.
don't know if the
Because
fire
here's the
engines
thing about
are the fire engines too big to go
Okay,
under the turnaround.
let me help you with that.
Yeah.
They were instructed to stay closest to the water, or else the cab of the ambulance would hit the bottom of the bridge.
Oh, geez, that's not good. All right.
Because here's the deal is that if it's an accident that's on the Hillsborough side, then they have to go southbound and do the turnaround and come back to respond to
Right,
it.
right.
Or vice versa. If
Yep.
it's an accident that's on the St. Pete side,
Yep.
then they have to do the other way around.
All right, Michelle. Why are you awake? Why are you texting me?
I don't know. I can't sleep.
All right. Would you like an insomnia cookie?
I need something.
All right. Talk to you in a bit.
Okay, bye.
All right. So the phones are loaded up here. And Froggy, you going to critique us taking phone calls on the secret Howard Franklin Bridge turnaround? And folks,
That wasn't a critique. I meant to send that to my wife.
oh.
Because
Oh,
I said,
so now you're talking behind my back.
I go, man, MJ's really annoying me today. He's looking over my shoulder as I'm checking work email.
Because we're a minute
and she's
into
like, what are you guys
we're a
talking about?
minute into the show, and Froggy's doing his work email for his other job.
And then she goes, what are you talking about? And I go, we're talking about traffic. We're taking calls on traffic.
All right.
That's
So,
it.
folks, do not do the turnaround at our suggestion. It is authorized vehicles only, and you could end up getting a ticket, and I'm sure that would be points on your license. So do not. I'm just talking about the secrets of Tampa Bay. Who am I taking here? I'm taking Doug in Lakeland. Hey, Doug, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi there.
Good morning.
Yes, Doug, go ahead.
I used to go over there and fish quite a bit, and Michelle was right. It is for ambulances. I've been there fishing and seen a couple go by there at different times. But there used to be a sign down there, and people would always tear it down so they could go down there and continue to fish. I've been doing that for quite a while now.
So you'd go into the turnaround and park and fish?
Correct. We would go down under there and park over to the side, and we'd fish over there. And like she said, we'd go back and forth to the Gandy that way.
All right, did you ever get in trouble for parking there and fishing?
No, they gave us some bad looks a couple times, like we seen a paramedic and an
You mean like what, like troopers or ambulances?
Right, correct. There
Gotcha.
was like an ambulance from Hillsborough County, and one time there was like a little paramedic rescue truck.
Yep, got you loud and clear.
I thought they were going to run over into the water because they did have to get so far over there, down near the water from the bay.
Right, so going underneath the bridge with the secret turnaround, they got to go all the way to the right, or else apparently they scrape the top
Man.
of their ambulance.
Is that a good snook
Yeah.
spot, sir?
Froggy wants to know if it's a good snook spot.
There used to be a sign that said for official use only, but
Okay, never
they
mind.
turned it down because they'd go down there and fish.
Oh, they took down, the fishermen stole the official use only sign?
Well, they'd just take the sign off the pole and throw it in the water.
Oh, my God. Doug, thanks for the call. Oh, look at line 2. Eric got caught. Hang on a minute. Eric, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi, Eric.
Good morning, MJ. Everybody, how y'all doing?
We are well. What happened?
So this was a Friday, and I was headed down to St. Pete. I was going to go visit a buddy of mine because I was supposed to have a date, but the night before she told me that she probably wouldn't be able to get off work. So I hit the bridge. As soon as I hit the bridge, she sends me a text message. I was able to swap shifts with somebody, come pick me up in an hour. So I was like, oh, dang it. So I hit the turnaround, and as I'm making that sharp curve underneath the bridge, there was an FHP sitting there on his brake.
Oh, man. And what? So he pulled you over for using the secret turnaround?
Yeah, he wrote me a ticket for illegal use of an official turnaround. My ticket was $500.
Son of a bitch. Really?
I had to go to court. I had a
$500? Hold on a minute. I know Festa loves this too. All right, so hold on. So the ticket was $500, and you had to go to
$500. I had to go to court, and the judge slapped me with an additional $250 fine and put 4 points on my license.
Oh my God! So $750 fine and 4 points on your license for using the secret Howard Franklin Bridge U-turn turnaround.
Plus the date. So that date cost me $1,000.
Oh my God! When was this? How long ago was this, Doug or Eric?
I think it was late 04, early 05.
Oh my God!
Wow.
All right, there you go. Thank you, pal. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, folks, don't try it.
No, the
it's there.
turnaround, and right, you'll get in trouble. And also, size-wise, the turnaround is about 9 feet, and this guy went there for a roll-off company and was sent there to see if his truck would fit, and of course it didn't.
Did he get stuck underneath or something?
Yeah.
You have to back it out.
Yeah. Yes, Andrew.
And lately it's been very busy because a lot of the construction crews right now are using it to a place to park and walk over to their sites.
Right. That's what I had mentioned. I don't know how it's working now with all the construction. Hey, Rox, where was the tornado? I saw the video footage of like a roof ripped off in Pinellas County. The bad storm cell, man, that was nasty. That was fairly quick when it rolled over my place in South Tampa about noon yesterday, but that was nasty. Where was the EF1 tornado, they think? Where was it in Pinellas that ripped like the roof or did damage to roofs?
There was something definitely weird that moved through, and the NWS announced that it was along the 5600 block of 9th Avenue. Somewhere along there, that's where they conducted the survey to look for damage.
It was in St. Petersburg, MJ. When you say Pinellas County, I know St. Petersburg's in Pinellas County, but
northeast.
It was like 4 miles from this radio station.
Yeah, in St. Pete, in Pinellas County, in St. Petersburg, there was what is believed to be a tornado that touched down
5600 block of 9th Avenue.
Yeah, because I saw like the footage from the news helicopters after the fact where there was roof damage and everything, and I think some trees uprooted and some damage. So I think the National Weather Service had said, "Yep, that was a tornado."
So there's a school, all children.
We've got cows.
Oh, hate that movie.
Yeah, I'm not a big
So
fan either.
terrible.
Hang on, quick break. Let's get into early morons in the news next. What were you saying, Fester?
Doesn't matter. No, seriously. There was a school, all children's academy. A big oak tree came down on a building that children were in. Luckily, everybody's safe.
Oh, that's good.
But a lot of scared people in St. Pete yesterday.
We'll get more into the nasty weather later on. All right, I got early morons in the news next. Good pile of imbeciles next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Steve? It is time for the Morons in the News. 6:42, MJ and the crew here, man. I got a pretty good pile today, plus a couple of things we didn't get to over the last couple of days, which I think are very important. First of all, we did not talk about this maniac in Spring Hill that was just randomly punching people in the face. You guys know about this?
Oh, the Spring Hill Puncher?
Yeah, the Spring Hill punching bandit, whatever the hell they call this guy. He's just walking up to people and... Yeah, I saw this a couple of days ago. A number of people were hit. People were hurt. They were bruised. People had blood coming out of their face.
What?
Is that still called the knockout game? Like, where do they just knock out people?
Oh, you know what? I remember that.
Yeah.
That was a thing. And that's dastardly. That's really nasty
It's the
crap.
same thing, though, right? There's kids running up and knocking, cold cocking people.
This deranged maniac just started punching random people earlier this week. It happened on Monday, and I had this in my pile all freaking week, and I didn't get to it. I mean, folks, we can't do it all. There's just so much stuff to do here on the MJ Morning Show. I can't get to everything, but earlier in the week, just this maniac, according to the sheriff's office up in Hernando County, this punching maniac started hitting people at the Mid-Florida Credit Union on Spring Hill Drive. This woman told the police that she was just leaving the credit union when a guy who has since been identified by the sheriff's office as Devin Wilbanks. Sounds like a game show host, doesn't it?
Devin Wilbanks with you. Welcome to the Feud.
I mean, that really is a great name.
Devin Wilbanks here. We have the Sicilianos.
Hey, we're really happy to be here, Mr. Wilbanks.
Hey, Devin, you're in a long succession of big-time Family Feud hosts. I mean, you had Richard Dawson.
Yes.
You had the guy that hung himself. What was his name? Ray Combs. I mean, poor Ray Combs. I mean, seriously. Ray
Quite the swinger Ray was.
Ray Combs, had some demons, and he hanged himself.
Okay, great. Good morning, everybody.
And
Great.
then-
Let's talk about suicides from 25 years ago.
And then Louis Anderson.
Hey, Louis Anderson in the Feud.
Yeah, he just ate himself to death.
Yeah.
And then, am I missing it? Steve Harvey. So the current is Steve Harvey.
Wasn't the guy from Home Improvement?
Oh, that's right, Richard Karn.
Haven't I seen the guy from Key and Peele on there, too? Jordan Peele?
You guys watch a lot of Family Feud.
That's Steve Harvey.
All right, so we're going...
No, Jordan Peele.
we're going through all of the Family Feud hosts, and now, of course, the next host is Devin Wilbanks.
Yes, Devin Wilbanks. Thanks for having me.
Hang on a minute, wrong.
Damn it, you hit the wrong music. We'll do it live. F it.
Sorry,
Don't mess with me.
wrong game show.
I've been
music.
working for years to get to this level, and I'm not going to let you blow it, you rank amateur ass. Give me a new producer.
All right, so Devin Wilbanks was identified as the mad puncher in Spring Hill. So this whack job just walked up
Brutal.
to this woman and punched her in the head and ran away. I mean, whatever happened just to like ding dong ditch? I mean,
Yeah, harmless pranks like that.
so according to the police report, deputies observed a swollen contusion on her forehead. The victim told deputies that she's from New York, had no idea who this Devin Wilbanks was. And then a short time later, 911 gets a hang-up call from the Circle K not far from the Mid-Florida Credit Union. They go and they get in touch with an employee who advised them that this Devin Wilbanks was at the Circle K hitting people. But then he left.
He wanted to get a Polar Pop.
Deputies then went to the Circle K, found another victim bleeding from their head. They had blood coming out of their mouth, multiple contusions on the forehead and the face. And that victim said that this Devin Wilbanks nut job just came up and started swinging at him with like both fists.
Jeez.
What would you do if some guy came in? Like, what would you guys do? Just
Start fighting
Fighting him?
back?
So he starts coming at Circle K employees and other customers as well. And then one tried to restrain this Wilbanks guy, but he broke free. And then he starts smashing the store displays inside of Circle K.
Was he on bath salts or something?
This is the Spring Hill maniac.
I mean, he has to be, MJ. If you're going to walk around, Roxanne, and randomly punch people, you have to really quick qualify.
You got to be on something.
it's bath salts or what are the other ones? Special K or something like that.
Yeah, ketamine.
Ketamine.
Ketamine is Special K.
There's a horse drug or a cat drug or something.
And then Wilbanks punched another female Circle K employee in the face, put her in a chokehold. Another employee tried to break it up and free the employee that was in the chokehold at the Circle K, and that male employee was then punched in the face by the maniac in Spring Hill.
Man.
And he had a large cut right between his eyes.
I am the wrong guy to chokehold a strange lady in front of, boy.
My God. Yeah, Fester, what would you would have gone all ape crap on this guy.
Is that a stand your ground case?
You probably would have helped him.
I walk in on a guy grabbing a stranger and putting her in a chokehold where she's completely defenseless and possibly could seriously injure her.
Could choke her
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Put me in front of a jury of my peers in Florida. You know?
Yeah, I think you'd be okay.
Yeah, you'd be good.
I mean, I don't know if I would shoot the individual,
Oh, no,
but,
I'm going for the shooting. Yeah.
but you know, I think that maybe you could obviously intervene and you'd have no problem just ripping them apart.
Bester, you want to murder this guy?
I mean, I'm not carrying this thing around for 20 years for nothing. I mean, I walk up as a stand your ground case. Let's go.
You're like those gun guys always looking for an opportunity.
Opportunities present themselves to me. I don't look for
You
them.
got to be really careful, dude. All right, so listen. So then this Wilbanks guy leaves the store, releases the Circle K employee from the chokehold, leaves the store, and then just starts wandering along Spring Hill Drive. Then he sees a guy just sitting in his driveway.
Oh, no. Not a guy sitting in his driveway.
Wilbanks started smashing this guy, starts swinging at him, and hits him in the face. Do we have a count yet? Is anyone keeping track of how many folks he's like choke held or slammed in the face?
Like 6.
Okay, I haven't been keeping an accurate count because I didn't think it was going to go on this long.
Oh, no, this is a string.
He's a serial assault.
He's a serial slammer. So Wilbanks was uncooperative. Once the police found him at a bus stop, they did take him into custody. They cuffed him up. He refused to, say anything, would not tell him why he started hitting people.
He's got a gem of a mugshot.
Yeah, this guy is a piece of work. Arrested on 3 counts of battery, 2 counts of simple assault, burglary, assault or battery, burglary of an unoccupied conveyance, resisting arrest without violence. Yeah, also accused of burglarizing a vehicle as well. So this guy, that was the Spring Hill Strangler. Well, I don't know if it was quite I mean, he tried to strangle the Circle K employee.
The Spring Hill Slugger?
Yeah, the Spring Hill Slugger. Maybe that's a better name for it. But that happened earlier this week. And, it didn't get a lot of attention. And I meant to bring it up like Tuesday on the show. And I ran out of time. I just didn't get around to it. All right. Do you know about the Peacocks and baby Jesus?
No.
You don't know about the peacock?
Is that in this nativity scene? We don't have a peacock in our nativity scene.
This is a local deal as well. Man, St. Pete has been very busy with tornadoes and peacocks and baby Jesus. All right, hold on. We're back in a second. I'm going to make it all make sense next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. Wasn't there like a string of like profane lyrics that people used to sing on that song as well, right? You know, the Billy Idol song, you know, Moni Moni, you had the profanity lyric that people would like yell out at clubs or at weddings when the song,
Right.
whatever. So you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, something about about arson.
Well,
the roof's on fire.
All right, so hold on a minute. So with Billy Idol, with Moaning, here she come now singing Moaning. With that one, it was,
Get bleep.
Exactly.
What did it really? I never heard. What?
Come on, Froggy. You
Where do you hear this? At a Billy Idol concert?
No, that clubs or wherever it was playing.
Oh, clubs that play Billy Idol?
Well,
what's
back
Studio
in
54?
Just back in the day or whatever. No, that was a thing that the profane lyric that people would all like yell during Billy Idol's Moni Moni, and there was another profane lyric that people used to yell during the Clash song "Should I Stay or Should I Go" that we just played, and wasn't like about the roof and the
what
and let the
no the roof. The roof.
No, that's another one. That's a third one.
That's a different song.
That's a third one. There was
we
another.
don't need no water.
Yeah, they used to. But there was a similar one to what you just did, Roxanne, that was done during the Clash song.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hum the word burn?
I did.
Okay.
I guess I didn't need
You can
to.
say the word burn.
Yeah.
All right. Guys,
burn.
Morons in the News continue. Now, I'm at a little bit of a dilemma point here. Can a peacock be a moron in the news? Yes or no? Because typically morons in the news are just idiotic, stupid humans.
I'm going to say yes.
So an animal can be a moron in the news.
Just peacocks, not other animals.
You're talking about the animal, the peacock. And in my experience, they're very dumb birds.
I don't know
How much peacock
much.
experience do you have?
I don't know much about peacocks, but I know that we had a couple that were roaming South Tampa for years.
Yeah, in the Lutz Lake Magdalene area,
Right.
There's a herd of peacocks. I see them all the time.
Could this qualify as peacock in the news?
I guess so.
Excuse me, Froggy, what?
Well, I mean, peacocks would be subject
Peacock
matter.
in the
Well, the
news.
question is, can a peacock be a moron in the news? Why do I ask this? And what does baby Jesus have to do with this? I teased the peacock and baby Jesus.
I mean, his dad made the peacocks. I mean, he's a lot to do with it.
There is video floating around, and I'm surprised you didn't see this, Fester, because it's on your favorite website.
Reddit, huh?
Reddit, yep.
Oh.
There was a Reddit
God.
post.
I thought you were going to say Grindr. I was like, oh, that's not my favorite.
There was a Reddit post, and apparently there is video of a nativity scene in St. Pete. And I don't have the exact location, but the peacocks that were roaming around, so I guess there are marauding peacocks roaming around St. Petersburg as well.
There's packs of them all over the Tampa Bay area. I mean, it's like little gangs.
What's a cluster of peacocks called? A school, not a school.
No.
Why don't you look that up?
A gaggle.
Nah, I don't know if it's a gaggle.
That's geese.
Gaggle of geese. I mean, there are all kinds of crazy names for when you have a whole bunch of animals that get together and have a little powwow.
Maybe it's a flock of peacocks.
Oh, you'll love this.
What?
It's an ostentation.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So
wow.
Andrew, a whole bunch of peacocks is called an ostentation of peacocks?
Yeah, you have a choice of ostentation of peacocks or a pride of peacocks.
I've heard of pride.
Okay.
I've heard a
lions.
pride of lions. Yeah, exactly. Froggy, how'd you know that? I wouldn't.
Oh, my gosh.
What?
If you see a certain kind of peacock with a certain number of feathers as a tattoo, it is a sign for a gang.
Wait a minute. A human being with a peacock tattoo with a certain number of feathers?
What if they're just a big fan of NBC's programming?
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm going to get a tat.
Yeah.
Must see TV.
All right,
So
the
I've
deal.
also seen a muster of peacocks.
Oh, Jesus. So how many? We got musters, we got prides, we've got ostentations. Whatever the hell.
It's a lot of peacocks.
All right. So the story is that peacocks in St. Petersburg were videoed, posted onto Reddit. Someone by the name of Sidney Williams posted this on Reddit, and you can see the peacocks that were attacking nativity scenes and pecking at Santa Claus's eyes and pecking at baby Jesus. Now that has got to be.
That's sacrilegious.
It is. Can you imagine a peacock is pecking at baby Jesus at some nativity scene here in St. Petersburg?
Three wise men just going to sit there and do nothing about this?
Yeah. They don't want to get into a fight with a peacock. They're pretty wise.
That's all we know. We don't know exactly when the video was taken. We don't know exactly where, but we do know that it happened in St. Petersburg over the weekend. Last weekend, the video was posted onto Reddit, and these peacocks, apparently, they're bad news.
They are bad news.
And who said they're dumb?
And I feel like they're aggressive, and they're like...
who said they were dumb?
Fester said that.
How do you know that peacocks are dumb?
They strike me as very dumb birds.
You ever give a peacock an IQ test? How do you know?
They should have threw some frankincense on it.
And myrrh.
Some myrrh.
Some
Yeah.
myrrh.
What the hell is that stuff?
Myrrh?
No, what is myrrh and what is frankincense?
I asked the three wise men.
I know what frankenberry is.
Maybe it was frankenberry.
Count Chocula, Blueberry, and frankenberry.
I brought you some cereal, little baby Jesus.
I think frankincense are like, aromatics.
Is that what it is?
That was a big deal back in those times.
Hey, do you guys remember this? Or are you guys too young for...
Too young.
Well, I remember it, but Roxanne is way too young.
Yeah,
Right?
Roxanne was what, just born when this was out?
Roxanne's parents hadn't even met.
No.
No.
It wasn't even a
Roxanne's so
thought.
young.
There wasn't even the hokey pokey going on yet.
Nope.
Weren't even a tickle in your pappy's old bag.
Like, Froggy, you don't remember. We're talking about peacocks.
Never heard that.
We're talking about peacocks here. You don't remember that NBC jingle, do you?
No, I do not.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I was like 13 years old when that was big. Festa, how about you? Are you too young for that?
I remember it.
Yeah.
And I think peacocks are bad news.
Yeah, they are.
What happens is they perch themselves on like the top of your house. They poop everywhere. They stand on your car. I've talked to a couple of people in the neighborhood or several neighborhoods over who have the peacock issue, and they're like, I hate these birds.
And they're loud.
They're loud.
Well, I'll tell you, you know why they're loud? This is interesting.
Because they're singing.
No. Male peacocks can be violent if there aren't enough females for them, and they can be especially loud. The males make a shrieking cry to attract females.
Because I know there were ones that were running around South Tampa, so I would see them occasionally just walking around near like Manhattan and El Prado, Manhattan and Euclid in South Tampa, and then they kind of disappeared. And I think there was a story some years ago, what happened to the peacocks, and maybe if they're that nasty, someone just rounded them up in the middle of the night and they made the peacock pudding or something.
Dude.
I don't know.
And they really live up to the name.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, let me move on here. This is a terrible, terrible story. And Roxanne, you look for an update, and there's no update.
No.
Do you realize that a family out in Gibsonton had the ashes of their daughter stolen?
Why?
This is a terrible story. I saw this earlier in the week on Channel 8. I record all the local news shows, and I was reviewing, and I saw this earlier in the week, and it's just terrible. And this family, they told Channel 8 that they need help because thieves broke into their car, stole their daughter's ashes last weekend. Stephanie Zito Lemaster, she said that, unfortunately, she left the car unlocked, and then she claims that a group of hooligans or something, they were going around the Carriage Point neighborhood in Gibsonton over the weekend, last weekend, and they were just taking things from cars.
Yeah, just lifting door handles.
Crimes of opportunity.
Right.
I mean, just you wouldn't believe how many crimes happen because people just leave their cars unlocked. You know, it's amazing. People leave guns in cars. The number of guns stolen from unlocked cars, it's unbelievable.
That is kooky.
Then you got these guns on the street or whatever. They're looking for loose change. They're going through the center console because people generally have like dollar bills or fives jammed in there or whatever. And it's a crime of opportunity. So the car was unlocked. You had these marauders going through the neighborhood out in Gibsonton last weekend, stealing crap from cars. So Lemaster wakes up, found out that the vehicle that she had unlocked was ransacked, and her daughter's ashes were in the car. I don't know why the daughter's ashes were in the car, but they were gone. And she told Channel 8, we lost our daughter once. Now we've lost her permanently for the rest of our lives. LeMaster kept the ashes in the center console. She died in 2019 from sudden infant death syndrome. Oof, that's sad.
So it sounds like she always traveled with her daughter's ashes. It's not like they were in transport or something, or she left them there for the night.
Yeah, she doesn't know why the thieves would take the ashes, but they did. They tossed all the bags of everyone's stuff that they stole once they got everything they wanted. So they saw that, I don't even know what this sentence is. I can't even finish it. But anyway, she's hopeful that the ashes will be returned because, the holidays are here, and I'll make it even tougher. So if anyone has any information about any of the thefts, including the missing ashes, please call the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. That's terrible. But do you have all of the baby's cremains? Do you have all of the infant's ashes in the center console? Or, if you want to drive around with your daughter's ashes, I understand that, but maybe just have a small amount and then have the bulk of it safer inside the house.
Well, maybe.
I don't want to be insensitive here.
So maybe that's the case. Or this is determined. These were all the ashes.
I don't see any delineation. It seemed that this was like all of the ashes were in the center console of the unlocked car in Gibsonton.
So I'm looking at a picture. Stephanie took a picture.
It's like a blue velvet box, right? With a bag with the ashes inside.
It's not that much material.
Looked like a Chivas pouch or something, but a box. Well, that's purple, right? The Chivas pouch? Purple, velvety?
No, you're thinking Crown Royal.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Chivas is a glass bottle.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Crown Royal. Thank you. You are correct. Thank you. But that's just sad, But you got to lock your cars as well, folks, because it happens in all neighborhoods. It happens all over the place. You got these thieves looking for crimes of opportunity, and unlocked cars are a very, very common thing. So lock her up. Hey, I've got something really big to reveal. I'm pretty proud. Pretty darn proud. More like MJC, proud as a peacock.
Wow.
All right. So I've got something I got to reveal. I got to tell a story. I got to fill you in on something that happened yesterday. And I'll do that next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Do not move. You got to hear what happened. We're thrilled about something. Kemp Rouge and Green is your car. Check out the MJ Morning Show. This is Q105. MJ and the crew here, and we highly appreciate you listening to the program. Thank you so much for listening. If you like what you hear, listen longer. If you love what you hear, imagine what you might be missing. So if you get to listen to us during a certain stretch during the course of the morning, figure out a way how to listen to us even more for more amazing MJ Morning Show content. But we highly appreciate you listening as much as possible here on the MJ Morning Show. And, of course, MJ TV. If you don't know about MJ TV, every morning we are live on camera. Like right now, I'm waving at the camera. MJ TV. If you go to mjmorningshow.com, go to our website. On the top, you'll see MJ TV. Click on that, and if we're doing the show live from 6 to 10 a.m., you can watch us in studio live. We've got 4 cameras in studio on all of us, and that's MJ TV. But it's also archived. So later on during the course of the day, later tonight or this weekend or whatever, you can go back and watch any of our shows and see what happens in the studio. That's MJ TV. And, of course, all the podcast. Every day we're podcast, we stream. So you can listen not only on FM radio on 104.7 FM, but also we stream on all the major platforms. Just search for MJ Morning Show on Q105, and you will find us streaming everywhere. Simple as that. And the My Q105 app. You can even go download the My Q105 app and just hit play, and you can listen to us on your phone wherever the heck you are. Simple as that. All right, I have something that I want to talk about, and hopefully you guys will indulge me. We'll do it in a few minutes. I just need a little more time for things to fall into place, but I am thrilled. I am excited. I have a revelation. I want to talk about something very personal and exciting to myself and Michelle. So hold on. Big announcement coming up in just a matter of moments here on the MJ Morning Show. Stand by. You know, I didn't get to this earlier in the week. Did you see the 5 Tampa Bay area restaurants that are on this open table list of the, I guess, favorite or there's a list here. 5 restaurants locally. 5 restaurants in the Tampa Bay area are among the open table. You know, open table where you can make reservations. What are the big? You have Resi. What are the reservation websites where you go make your reservations? You got Resi. Open Table.
See, I have the Open Table app, and it's easy to use.
What about Yap Trap? Is that one? No, I don't think so. But there's another one. There are several of these reservation websites, right? And of course, Open Table is one of them. And they put out a list of the top 100 beloved restaurants in America for 2022. And on this list of 100, there are 5 of these restaurants here in the Tampa Bay area. Do you guys know what they are?
That's a really high percentage.
I mean, listen, there are some good restaurants on this list. There's no doubt about it. But there are also a lot that I would absolutely include on this list.
In the top 100 in the country?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, 5% of the top 100 restaurants is huge for one market to get.
All right, here's what we have. Let me just go through the list here.
How about Longhorns?
You know what? I used to love, Michelle and I used to go to Longhorn, the old one that was like right down from the Space Odyssey spaceship strip club.
On Dale Mabry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember it was
Near
like
the stadium.
Remember it was attached to like some seedy motel? Remember that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Then
about?
it became a Bennigan's, I think, right?
No, I don't think so. But
it's like a place called Riveters now or something.
Yeah, no, Longhorn. Remember they had I'm sure they still do, but Longhorn, I haven't been to Longhorn in a while because then they moved over to like near the mall, right off of Boy Scout, and right?
There's one on Fowler, I know.
But no, they had a great salmon. They had like that marinated salmon. I'm sure they still do it over at Longhorn.
So
anyway,
you're saying it made the list?
No, who blurted out Longhorn?
That's
Froggy.
Yeah, that's Froggy's favorite
I
place.
just tried to make a little joke.
Longhorn's not on the list. But no, we had plenty of good meals at Longhorn. All right, so here's what's on the list. So Open Table, the reservation. What are you eating over there, Roxanne? You got your.
Well, we're talking about food. Why wouldn't I be eating?
Okay.
Okay, Pat George. I do want to say Pat George makes me food every day,
and he doesn't wash his hands when he goes to the bathroom.
He's the only person that thinks, "What does Roxanne need in my life?" For real. Okay.
Oh my God. Scott Peterson's eating better in prison right now than what Pat serves you.
All right, here's the list. Open Table, 5 restaurants from the Tampa Bay area are on the 100 most beloved restaurants in America 2022 list. First one on the list is Cooper's Hawk Winery and Restaurant.
Really?
Okay, they've got a couple good dishes on their menu.
I've never been there.
All right.
I have never been to Cooper's Hawk Winery and Restaurant.
They have some gnocchi. I know you don't like how I say it. So go ahead and say it.
It's gnocchi.
Gnocchi.
I call it yucky.
They're however you want to say it, gnocchi.
I had some gnocchi last night. I had a little business dinner that I had to go to with Michelle. I had a business dinner last night, and we went to Olivia in South Tampa on Swan and Henderson, and I got the halibut, which is amazing. It's got some gnocchi on the plate. So, yes,
Okay.
go ahead.
I was just going to say they have gnocchi carbonara. That's really good.
Okay.
And some of their appetizers are really good. Yeah, I'm a fan of that place.
When was the last time you were at Cooper's Hawk Winery and Restaurant?
Well, honestly, the last time I was there, I haven't dined there in a while, but I've gotten takeout from there.
Okay, so they're on the list, and of course they're on Boy Scout. They're not far. They're right across from International Plaza, right? What's the you got the Brazilian steakhouses in there?
Mm-hmm.
What's that called?
Brazilian Steakhouse Plaza across from
I
know where it is.
I'm talking about.
I don't know what it's called.
What is it? Wow, what is it?
Yeah, why is my
I'm blinking.
Why is my brain slipping?
You might need an MRI.
Anyway, hey, do me a favor, Andrew. What's the Brazilian steakhouse that's in there as well?
Texas to Brazil?
Yeah, thank you.
There you go.
Why didn't you just say it?
Very nice, Andrew.
Did you say that on the air or in my ear?
On the air.
Was that on the? I can't
he
tell
said
when.
Texas de Brazil.
Okay, so Texas de Brazil. All right, next on the list, 5 Tampa Bay area restaurants among the most beloved on the Open Table national list. Ocean Prime is on the list.
Mm-hmm. You'll always get a good meal there.
Yep, 16 locations, Ocean Prime. I haven't been to Ocean Prime in a very, very long time.
I went with Paul Delgado, your BFF, not too long ago.
We were invited first. You were the fill-in.
Oh.
It's true.
Okay.
Let's be honest here.
Oh my
you
God.
want a name drop? You were sloppy seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's the truth.
All right.
When was that?
Guess what? I just saw Paul the other day. I'm getting together with him again.
All right, good. All right,
Just solo, like not like as a second choice.
Just you and him?
Wait a minute.
No,
just you
Marianne
and
and Paul.
You and Paul Delgado?
I ran into Paul at what is that place? Now I can't think of the restaurant that your friend. You love it, MJ. This is your Ford's Garage. Thank you.
No, Froggy and I are having dinner with the traffic reporter from WTOG.
All right. So no, but the truth is that Paul invited me and Michelle.
You don't know.
Paul invited us to Ocean Prime back, like 3-4 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
And we had a prior engagement. I think we were going to be out of town. We couldn't make it. And then Roxanne was the sub for us.
It's not like that because they went with Ricky.
It's exactly like that.
It
Chris
was.
and his wife.
If we went, you weren't going to be there.
No,
Boy.
it does. I was trying to get together with the other couple that
You
was
guys
there.
are some name droppers, bro.
No, I don't know anybody.
So, hold on, I'll tell you right now. Ocean Prime should not be on this list
Why not?
because it's a chain.
Well, it's very loud too.
Okay, well,
But so's Cooper's Hawk.
any chain.
Cooper's Hawk Winery and Restaurant.
How many locations?
They have numerous locations. I don't know the exact number, but they have numerous across the country. So they're on the list.
Places like that. Ruth's Chris should not be on the list. They're in every big city.
I agree with Fester.
Ocean Prime is on the list. Next, Eulalie, which
that should be on the list.
That's a local-only restaurant.
Local
that's
flair.
Same owners as the
Goody Goodies.
Goody Goody, and then Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Columbia, and that's the
Gansmart family.
Yeah, that's the Gansmart family.
The Gansmart.
So Eulalie, and folks, revelation.
Don't say it.
I have never been to
What's wrong with
Eulalie.
You gotta go.
I have.
He only goes to Burns.
No, that is not true.
That's
That is not true.
You've been
5
Burns or
times the
bust?
last month.
Listen, I have. That's not true at all.
All right.
I go to plenty of places, but there's just so many places now. But I've never been to Eulalie.
It's great. It's a great atmosphere and experience. You will like it. The food is different stuff.
And then rounding out the list here, again, this is the Open Table list. These are 5 Tampa Bay area restaurants that made the Open Table Top 100 beloved eateries in America. Next is the Dry Dock Waterfront Grill. and that's on Longboat Key. That's down in Sarasota, and I have never been there either.
Never even heard of
And
that
then
one.
finally, Connor's Steak and Seafood, also in Sarasota. How is Burns not on this list? How is On Swan not on this list?
Because they're too busy jamming franchises in there, like Ocean Prime and
Cooper's
Hawk.
Yeah. Anyway, so there you go.
How's Texas Roadhouse not on this list? I mean, two of these locations shouldn't be here, and there's other great restaurants to replace it with.
Listen, the restaurant scene in the Tampa Bay area, like Rooster and Till, I haven't been there yet either.
I've actually been to that place. It's good.
I've heard great things about Rooster and Till.
Yeah, that's
Listen,
good.
I love Massimo's. Listen, Donatello, Cafe Paradiso. You got our buddy Pasquale over on West Shore.
Have you tried Chili's? That place is pretty good.
Listen, Chili's just knocks it out of the park.
and we haven't even really gone like in the whole, Asian restaurant route because Thai Prime is really good
Hey,
in
listen,
that same area. Have you eaten there?
I was at Yoko's the other night. Yoko's,
Mm-hmm.
and they had some unbelievable toro, and I loved fatty tuna toro.
Bull.
But listen, the thing is, you have the restaurant scene is exploding in the Tampa Bay area. The population in this town is expanding, and we are really, for instance, there's going to be an omakase place, which is the Chef's Choice omakase. Some disciple from Masa, the crazy sushi expensive place in New York City, in Manhattan. Some Masa disciple, they're opening up an omakase counter.
A disciple?
Right down from Roca.
You mean by Eulele?
Yeah, so Eulele's over there. So, all right. So,
I love that place. I always forget about that place.
Like another top notch. Have you been to Roca? Roca's great.
It really is.
Have you had Publix's $5 Wednesday sushi? That's great.
Dipped in Cheeto dust?
That's fantastic. They don't have that there.
They don't have
that there. Although they should. Lakeland, if you're listening.
No, but the whole restaurant. Hey, Chris Pont. Remember Cafe Pont? Chris Pont has opened up Pont's Modern American. And, that place, it just takes it to a new level. The Tampa Bay restaurant, and listen, I'm leaving so many off the list. There are so many great places to go to. What are you guys doing?
I don't know what's going on.
I moved the garbage can, and Roxanne, in an act of...
Can you guys disrupt the show? It's not funny. You guys are disruptive.
Keep talking about restaurants.
What is going on?
I mean, you're climbing in his lap. What are you doing?
I moved the garbage can where it was in a community position. Now it's kind of on my side, and she's literally climbing on my lap and putting her elbow in my head to get to her garbage can.
What are you doing?
Because that's rude. You moved it. It doesn't belong there.
It's not rude. It's
Ruda.
It's Ruda.
Take it back.
His name was Rudy.
Yeah.
Rudiger.
All right. So, folks, I want to talk about something that is a very proud moment for Michelle and me. I've got a big announcement to make. Let me get someone on the phone.
Uh-oh.
All right. Any idea who I'm calling up?
Chloe.
You're a wig maker.
That is incorrect. Not Chloe.
Hello.
Any guesses?
The tailor that shortens all of your long pants.
All right, we shut up. Any guesses who's just said hello?
I know who. We all know who that is.
Julian.
It's
Hey,
Julian.
what's up, Julian?
It's Julian.
El Presidente.
Yep. So Julian is the president, the all-school president of his boarding school for all of the freshmen, the sophomore, the juniors, the seniors. Julian is a senior, ladies and gentlemen, and folks, if you can indulge me for just a minute here, and can I want to be Daddy MJ, Daddy
Okay.
Todd, Daddy.
Not like in a pervy way, like in a.
Whoa.
Oh, you got to introduce some kind
I'm
of
clarifying.
daddy. You got to what? You got to introduce some kind of sugar daddy pervy thing
His
here?
son is
really?
on the line,
I got
Roxanne.
Julian on the phone, and you're trying to introduce perv.
No, I'm trying to distinguish
I was a
that we're
Roxanne.
not going in that direction.
For a
Yeah.
couple of years, that was her business model.
Yeah, Roxanne. Roxanne, I know that you heard "Who's Your Daddy" a lot. But no,
HR.
Okay. Now we're getting a little bit
I'm kidding.
True.
It's a
Like,
joke.
down memory lane.
Now we're getting a little too close to home, MJ.
Oh yeah, you with your little Tweety Bird tattoo on your thigh joke from yesterday, and I got an HR issue going on. Really? All right. So don't perv this up. So I'm a proud daddy. Julian is on the phone.
Just say dad, bro.
Julian, Mom and I are so excited. This is incredible. Julian is a senior in high school, and obviously this is the time where you're applying to all of these colleges. And if you remember back in August, remember Chloe and Julian were on the road for like 3 weeks visiting colleges all over the country?
Mm-hmm.
Not Chloe.
Yeah, it was Michelle. It was a mom and son
Oh,
trip.
what did I say?
Chloe
You said
was
Chloe.
at school.
Oh,
or
I'm sorry.
Somewhere.
I'm sorry. Did I say Chloe? I'm sorry. Michelle and Julian were all over the country
It
visiting
was like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, you visited like, I don't know, 18 or 20 places. And then that was only chunk one. Then, like a couple of weeks later, they did another little trip and they visited another, handful of schools up in the Northeast. Well, anyway, folks, the exciting news that I want Julian to reveal is he applied to the top undergrad school in the country for the field in which he wants to go into. He applied ED. That is early. All right, Fester, it doesn't mean erectile dysfunction.
I was like, oh my God, the kid's like 17. He should be working like a champ. He should be a factory right now.
He's 18.
You're in the prime of your life, young man.
ED stands for early decision,
Oh
not erectile dysfunction, all right?
Listen,
What's the matter with you?
I can hook you up at the South Bay Medical Clinic.
Yeah, I'm sure you
My
can.
friend Andrew has a special for Q105 listeners.
Yeah, I got you. All right.
Guys.
Guys.
So Julian applied early decision to what we considered a reach school, like the toughest to get into. And Julian, why don't you tell everybody what happened that by yesterday, the 15th of December, the decision was supposed to be in. And why don't you tell everyone what happened, what time, and what you saw?
Okay, well, we were in like this all school event kind of called like open mic, and I was just checking my the what do you call it? The acceptance letters essentially. Like
The portal. There's like a portal to look at your application
and so Michelle being on top of everything, her phone number is like verified to the two-factor authentication. And I was just like, all right, well, normally you get an email that says, oh, your update is ready in your status portal. And so I still didn't get a
notification
email yet. And I was like, I'd rather just be logged in and ready so that when it comes out, I'm not building up pressure and being annoyed that I don't have access to it. So I texted Michelle and she gives me the code and then I log in on my phone. And then I noticed the page, it changed. I was like, wait, what? And then I scrolled down and it said view your acceptance stuff, whatever. And I click on it and it said congratulations with little digital confetti and I was extremely happy and everybody around me was like, how the hell did you do that?
It said, Julian, congratulations. We would like to welcome you to the NYU Tisch School for the Arts. And Julian applied to NYU for film school, and Julian did it. Julian has gotten into NYU Film School.
Whoa.
Early decision. My God.
The class of 2027. Julian will start, late next summer. And I mean, talk about, reaching for the stars, because Julian wants to go to film school. And Julian has applied. Obviously, there's USC, there's UCLA. You've got Chapman in Orange County, a great school. Chapman is where the Duffer Brothers went that did Stranger Things. And NYU, right now, NYU is the #1 film school in the country undergrad. You got AFI for grad students. NYU in New York City, top film school in the country right now. We thought it was a reach. What the hell? We'll swing for the wall, do an early decision, and boom, Julian has been accepted to NYU film school.
Amazing. I really do have goosebumps. Julian,
for you, Julian.
so awesome. Good for you.
Thank you.
Have you not heard back yet from Grand Canyon University?
I have not heard back.
What
from
about
Grand
the University
Canyon
of Phoenix?
Neither that one.
What about the pride of Central Southern Florida, Everglades University?
I don't think so.
Hillsborough Community College.
What's that nursing school?
Hey, by the way, hey, listen.
That's
Michelle went to HCC.
I went
So
for 4 years,
my wife, Michelle, went to HCC for 2 years. She got her associates. Then she applied to USF. Michelle got her accounting degree at USF. Then she applied to Stetson University College of Law, where she got her law degree.
So she didn't go to.
So-
she's not going to NYU. Had a way to outshine them all.
Julian,
Julian.
We are so freaking excited. We are so proud of you. And now the pressure's on. You got to do well at NYU, and we want to see a big filmmaking career ahead of you, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, dude. I can't even. It really hasn't even sunk in yet because with early decision, that's also like a binding commitment. You know how that works? So if you go for early decision, you're essentially telling whoever accepts you for ED for early decision that you are absolute. If they accept you, you're going. So now,
it's like a 99% chance you're going.
yeah. So now they have to notify all the other schools. So Julian
I have
is.
to withdraw all my other applications.
So now they have to withdraw applications from UCLA, USC, from Chapman. What are the? Oh, yesterday was a big day for Julian. Julian was also accepted. It was a big. Julian was accepted at DePaul.
DePaul, Emerson, Drexel.
Drexel. Yep. Any others yesterday?
Is it
I feel
Drexel a
I
toothbrush?
feel like I'm missing one.
Yeah, but yesterday he was also accepted at DePaul in Illinois, Drexel in Pennsylvania, and Emerson College in Boston. They're all good schools.
Those all came earlier, in the day at there was 2 and 3, and then the NYU were just so late at 5 p.m. The pressure.
And then DePaul offered him a $78,000 scholarship. DePaul offered, included in the offer for DePaul, they offer him a $78,000 scholarship. And listen, I mean, DePaul's a great school, but NYU film is,
I was extremely impressed with DePaul.
Yeah, he loved DePaul.
It was very good.
All right, Julian, I'm so proud. I got to run along here, but I am so thrilled, Julian, and I am so proud you're my son. And listen, it's going to be hard work. It's not going to be. You can't say, "Oh man, I'm up in New York. I'm just going to go to clubs and hang out and all that." You can't do that,
But it's fun work. That's all that matters.
All right, listen, but we're counting on you. Congratulations, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
If you need a guy to hold a camera,
a boom mic or something.
Boom mic.
Yeah, you need a best boy or a grip.
Oh, he's a good grip.
I could be a gaffer.
You could be a gaffer and a key grip. All right, Julian, I'll talk to you later, buddy.
See you, buddy.
All right, bye.
I mean, is that not amazing?
Good for him.
She's so much more talented than you have ever been.
So much more.
And better looking, taller.
He is taller. He is better
and
looking.
Better fashion.
He's a good, sweet person, so he's not going to be doing any creepy casting couch stuff.
Well,
hold on.
Hold on.
Like,
You don't know about that yet.
You're not insinuating I'm a casting coucher, are you?
No, I was insinuating people in his line of work that he's going into.
That's the old MJ.
That's not true, Froggy.
Remember the old intern program?
You stop it. That's not true at all. Stop
I
it.
retract that statement.
Yeah, retract that statement.
No, you're not a director. I was thinking of Harvey Weinstein and stuff.
Yeah, bring me the plant.
So, man, Michelle and I are just, we were sky high when this happened. It's still starting to, it's not even sunk in yet. It's maybe just beginning to seep just a little bit.
No pressure, Chloe.
All right, Chloe, she's going to finish up her junior year at St. Andrews in Scotland. Then she'll head back and do her senior year and finish up at UNH. And then Chloe's going to be applying for law school. My God, my tuition bills are off the flipping hook.
You better re-sign.
Oh, my God.
So daughter is following in Michelle's footsteps, and son is following in entertainment and daddy's footsteps.
There you go.
His son's not doing radio, the lowest form of entertainment.
He's
shooting for the stuff.
The son's not asking people to bring back phone books so he can crank call them at 2 a.m.
It is 7:47. The most awesome of commercial aircraft of all time.
Oh God! Stop saying that.
Well, now listen, it's 7:47. When I think of 7:47, I think of the Queen of the Skies.
Yeah,
it makes my butt pucker.
I mean, when you think of 7-Eleven, it's a great time. It's also a fantastic Slurpee.
All right, I want to go to phones on something. This to me, I guess it doesn't surprise me, but I'd love to know if any folks listening have had this experience. Do you realize that with the crazy, ridiculous, tight labor market that companies are actually doing this? More and more, we're hearing about people that are being hired with absolutely no interview.
What?
Well, off their looks?
Exactly. It's no interview whatsoever. People are getting hired because the labor market is so tight and so many places just need people. How do you hire somebody without an interview?
Okay, what's the job?
Yeah, I was wondering that too, because
is-
if it's like service oriented, that's odd to not interview someone. But if it's like technical on the phone, like people work from home, okay.
It is across the board. And I saw this in the Wall Street Journal that some employers racing to snap up workers in the tight labor market are omitting a step once considered crucial to hiring: the job interview.
Or if the guy shows up with like horns that he had installed and a like plate in his lip.
Oh, those wackos,
Yeah.
all those body modification.
And a fork tongue.
Hey, they need to work too.
Hey, I'm here for my new job. Day one, we're up, punch in.
All right, I want to go to phones on this. I don't know what kind of response we're going to have, but let's go to calls. 800-990-1047. Were you hired for something, or are you a manager that hires people, and are you really hiring people without interviewing them because you're in such dire straits and desperate need for bodies, for people, for employees to work? Listen, this is a Wall Street Journal story that, hey, you're hired, no interview required.
Okay.
All right, 800-990-1047. Let's go to phones on this right now. Were you hired, no interview whatsoever? I mean, you could have walked in there, you could have been Jeffrey Dahmer Part 2.
Wait a second. I was hired here at the radio station with no interview.
All right.
Oh, you're a superstar.
That's true.
What, the old FLZ?
Here. They're like, oh, you're MJ vouched for me, and that was the
Yeah,
interview.
well, dude,
My vouch.
you're part of Froggy and Fester. You're part of the MJ Morning Show. Of
Don't
course,
loop me in with that guy.
you're coming
seriously,
along.
Froggy
All
and I
right,
are-
let's go to phone. Oh, the phones are already ringing. We got calls on hold already. All right, have you been hired with no interview, or are you responsible for hiring and you just need to get folks and you're just no interview, you're just hiring anybody?
Just show up.
All right. Also, are places relaxing background checks as well in order to get people in? 800-990-1047. Let's go to phones. 800-990-1047. Let's start with line 2. Fester, can you give me my call screener here? Is that possible?
Yeah,
All right.
it's coming. There you go.
Line 2, we'll say hi to Marilyn. Hey, Marilyn, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, Fester.
Good morning, sweetheart.
Yes, I am definitely guilty of that. Especially after the pandemic, if you were living, breathing, and you're willing to show up for work, I'd teach you anything you need to know.
All right, so wait a minute. You're responsible for hiring, right?
Yes,
In what line of work? What type of business?
I ran a Burger King.
Oh, this
this
is
is Fester's
This
friend.
is
I'm Fester's Maryland.
Oh,
Yes.
so you're the former Burger King manager.
Yeah,
Yes.
for 16 years, I was a GM for them. But when the pandemic hit, anybody that was willing to show up for work, if you were living, breathing,
So if you could physically drag yourself into the store, you were hiring them.
yep, because I teach them anything they need to know. Whatever you needed to know, baby, I'm right there. I'll teach you.
Now, Marilyn, with the need to hire people, with the shortage of laborers, and I remember, if you think back to like 2020 and even in 2021 last year, and maybe even early this year, I remember seeing like signs at like Burger King, McDonald's. I saw Dunkin' Donuts. I remember the Dunkin' Donuts. I took a picture of it. It's on my Instagram. It was something like $500 signing bonus to go to work for Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, well, Burger King, we didn't do a sign-on bonus or whatever. But the thing is I started them out at the highest rate of pay that my district managers would allow me. And I'd work 6-7 days a week to make up for the extra money.
All right, so the question, Marilyn, is did you end up with decent people overall, or did you end up with some real duds and some real wackos?
Well, for the most part, they were decent people, but I had, one or two that it was like I would have liked to have shot myself in the foot rather than hire them.
All right, now, did you do background checks? Did you hire any serial killers or?
What are you crazy, MJ?
Hold on, wait a second. No background checks?
No, background checks we run on our management, and I had all my management was crew I needed. But we did have one that I hired that we found out had schizophrenia and was not taking his medication. So, yeah, that went bad.
Were they going all schizophrenic like on customers at the drive-thru?
No, he was in my kitchen, and he would get into it with my management and just say some really off-the-wall.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he was getting into it with the burgers. I thought maybe they were having an argument with the cheeseburgers or something.
Oh, I would have videoed that.
All right, Marilyn, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. All right, that opens up a line. The question is, have you been hired with no job interview? Because it's a thing. It continues to be a thing that there's such a need for laborers, for workers, for employees that the job interview is being cut out of the equation in many cases. 800-990-1047. Marilyn's line opens one up. 800-990-1047. So were you hired with no interview, or are you hiring people with no job interviews these days?
There's got to be a level of job aptitude where you have to have an interview, right? I mean, flipping burgers is one thing, but performing surgery is
I
another.
heard like Spirit Airlines, they're hiring folks, no interview.
Come on in.
Yep, Spirit Airlines, they're putting people in the cockpit.
To fly the plane.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'm kidding. Megan is in Tampa. Hey, Megan, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, I'm your brand new listener again.
Oh, this is 22-year-old Megan.
Yes, it is.
Megan, so are you now listening to us every morning?
Pretty much, yeah.
On your drive to USF.
That is awesome. All right, so Megan, you were hired with no interview.
Yes, this is actually crazy. I was hired at a Burger King with no interview.
Oh, my God.
Marilyn might have hired you.
Maybe it was Marilyn that hired you.
It was not, because it was in Port St. Lucie, Florida. But I guess that's what Burger King does now. So if anyone's looking for a job and you don't feel like going to an interview, show up at Burger King, say you want a job, and they'll ask you what your schedule is, and you'll be working Monday morning.
There you go. Boom! Just like that. All right, Megan, have a great day at school.
What happened to me.
Thanks,
Bye, Megan.
Megan, we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, have a good one.
That is brand new listener Megan. She's a 22-year-old USF student that just discovered us, and now she's a regular listener for the most part.
This is a very Burger King-centric segment.
Yeah.
Two BK calls back to back.
Let's see if Liz can continue it.
I work at Burger King.
Liz is in Tampa. Hey, Liz, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, but I'm not calling about Burger King.
Okay. Liz, what do you do, and how do you fit into the question about they're not having interviews anymore to get jobs?
So I run a labor pool staffing company. And since the pandemic, a lot of companies have called us, and they hire the people through us because the background checks, they don't have time to do the background checks because they need people so bad. So they just hire them through us for the first 30 days until they can get everything done, and so there's no interview.
So the companies are saying, oh, my God, we need people. This is an emergency. Just send over anyone that is breathing.
Absolutely.
Now, how does your company, if you're a staffing company, how do you guys vet folks?
So it depends on the client and what they're doing. If it's a higher-end job, we do everything from labor to executive positions. So if it's a labor job, we're not going to waste our time with interviews and stuff. We're going to find them bodies. Gotcha.
Liz, thanks for the call. Highly appreciate you calling and listening to the program. Have a good weekend, okay?
You too.
Thanks, Sherry. Liz, rather. Sherry's next. Sherry's in Lakeland. Hey, Sherry, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, how are you doing today?
We are well. So you were hired with no interview?
So I applied for a job on Indeed with FedEx as a delivery driver, and then I got a text message saying, can you be at an interview, so-called interview at this time? I'm like, sure. I walk in, the dude asked me 5 questions. Can you lift? Can you drive? Hired. That was it.
What about driving record? Did they check your driving record and your license?
Well, they did ask for that, but literally, I even told the guy, I was like, she didn't even call and talk to me. I'm used to, the normal, are you capable? All those things. I'm like, this is the weirdest thing ever.
All right, so Sherry, now you're a delivery driver for FedEx?
Well, I was.
Oh, whoa, what happened?
Well, honestly, I'm not like 20, and it was just a lot of. I mean, I can lift, but it was getting in and out of the truck.
Wait a sec. Was it a shock to you that you had to lift and like get in and out of a truck to deliver packages? You applied for a FedEx delivery driver position. Oh, you know what? You're not going to believe this. I got a job at FedEx driving a truck, and I had to lift packages and take them out of the car, out of the truck to the house or business.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
No, actually, I loved it.
Surprise! It's a FedEx surprise. You got to actually deliver packages to a front door.
No, I literally really did love it, but I have like hip bursitis, and I thought, oh, it won't be a big deal, but my body freaked out.
Okay. All right. So what do you do now?
Oh, well, for 25 years, I did medical billing, and I can't tell you this. The reality is I'm actually a realtor, but the market tanked, so I was like, oh, I need to go get a job.
Yeah, things are challenging again. Sherry, thanks for the call. Jonathan, look at this. Jonathan's in Tampa. I want to hear this one. Jonathan, you're on the MJ Morning Show. We're talking about the job interview is like disappearing. People are getting hired. Companies are so desperate for people that they're not even doing job interviews. You're hired. All right, Jonathan, what's your story?
Yes, I applied for a security position on Indeed, and then they send me a text message, asked me if I have a security license. I told them yes, and they told me, give me an address to go to the security office. They gave me a uniform, and sent me on patrol.
So no interview, and you're hired as a security guard. Now, are you still doing the job?
Yes.
And how's it working out? Is it good?
Yes, no problems. I mean, I patrol in neighborhoods, and, you know, I respond to alert calls.
Did they, do a background check on you?
I don't know. I don't even know if they did a background check.
How about, they check your driving record, or?
Yeah, well, they did make a copy of my driver's license.
Oh, there you go.
They need that for the file.
Yeah,
but if you're gonna,
I'm sure they had to make sure you're not like a 3-time felon or something, you know?
No. Let's bring the felon in for security in our neighborhood.
Hey, Jonathan, good luck with the gig. Are you happy with the job?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm looking for other jobs.
I say it's just a job.
Jonathan, what's your dream job? What would you really like to do?
I'd like to be a police officer.
Well, how old are you, Jonathan?
25.
All right. Well, listen, there are agencies that are hiring. So what are you doing to apply? Are you looking to see what agencies need folks? You might have to put yourself through the police academy, but look for agencies that will put you through the police academy. And Jonathan, absolutely follow that dream.
Oh, I will. Thank you very much.
All right, Jonathan, thanks for listening.
Jonathan, I have a friend at Tyrone Square Mall that I can introduce you to. You hung up on him.
Hey, kids, get off the escalator.
Listen.
All right, let me grab Sherry in Tampa. Sherry, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. How are you guys today?
We're well, Sherry. Go ahead.
Well, I got hired to a job without even applying.
You got hired to a job and you didn't even put in an application.
Yes. I was looking for employment. I went to International Plaza. I was going into stores to see what the application process was. I walked into one particular store. They said, what's your availability? I told them. They said, you're hired.
Wow. Are you still there?
I am. I'm actually a manager in that store now.
Wow. Hold on. So how long ago did you walk in and they said you're hired on the spot? And then how long did it take you to make manager?
I was hired in September of last year, but the year before.
So you were hired September 21?
Yeah.
And then
I became a manager in December.
Wow. What type of store? You don't have to say the name of the store, but what is it, clothing or?
It's a high-end retail clothing store.
Oh, is it Spencer's Gifts?
No, she said clothing.
They sell T-shirts.
All right, great.
Abercrombie.
I don't even think Spencer's is in our mall.
I don't think so either.
Listen to you, so elitist. I don't even think Spencer's in our mall.
Is it Hot Top?
Oh, my God. Oh, is it Wet Seal? Are you at Wet Seal?
Stop it, guys.
Forever 41.
Forever 41 for the middle-aged ladies.
Is it Claire's?
Oh, I sell barrettes.
Hey,
I do piercings in the window.
Hey, Sherry, thank you for calling.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Best of luck. Look at that. Now she's the manager of the store.
You know what's crazy? When you did this, I was like, we're not going to get calls on this.
Every line. Every freaking line.
That's
All right,
crazy.
let me go back to phones. Let me grab... How about Bradley in Tarpon? Hey, Bradley, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
We are well. All right, what's your story?
So I was with... I applied...
Tell you what, you need to get a job at a cell phone store and get a new phone. But Bradley, you're a little muffled. Is there any way that
is that better?
Oh, that's much.
My God,
yeah,
much
that's
better.
that's much. It sounded like you had a condom over the speaker, the little microphone in your hands free.
Safe
All
talk.
right, Bradley, go ahead.
So I applied for a Fortune 500 company. I'll leave it unnamed. And during the interview process, when they were trying to hire me, they couldn't get their computers to work. So they basically just emailed me a list of the interview questions, told me to fill it out and send it back in. And that was good enough. I got hired.
Boom, just like that. Thank you, Bradley. All right, two more. Mike is in Riverview. Mike hired. No interview. Is that correct, Mike?
Yeah, that's correct.
What-
This was actually a few years back. Actually, it was a Marco's Pizza that had just opened up, and it was my first job, and I just walked in. I was wearing flip flops, bright green gym shorts, and a t-shirt, and I just walked in, and I was like, "Hey, you guys hiring?" And they're like, well, "What do you want to do?" I was like, "I guess I want to deliver pizzas," and he goes, "All right, when can you start?" And I started the next day. I worked there for about 3 months. It was during a hurricane, and they were like, "Yeah, you're going to deliver pizzas during a hurricane." And I was like, "The hell I am going to deliver pizzas during a hurricane."
So wait a minute. Did you quit?
Yeah, I stopped showing up.
So you can deliver pizzas during a hurricane. So did you ask Marco what the hell's the matter with you? All right, buddy. Thanks, Mike. All right, last call on this.
My God.
If you're just tuning in, I saw a Wall Street Journal story about people are getting hired all over the place, and the interview is like going away. People are getting hired with no job interview. All right, Randy, last call on this, and then we got to move on. You know what? I got a classic Christmas crotchety call. I didn't get it yesterday, so I'm going to do the classic Christmas crotchety call in like 1 minute. Randy, last say on this in St. Petersburg. Hey, Randy.
Hey, what's going on, MJ?
We are well. All right, what's your story?
All right, so back in 2008, everything was hunky-dory, no problems. I walked into a place that said they were hiring. I walked in. It was just the owner of the restaurant. I was like, "Do you have an application?" He goes, "How old are you?" I told him how old I was. He goes, "All right, you're hired. You're the first person to apply. I kind of got to go with my gut on this thing." He goes, "Can you come back tomorrow?" Next thing you know, 2 weeks of painting and priming tables, and we opened up the restaurant. In 6 months, I was the assistant manager.
There you go. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Andrew, you kind of drifted a little bit on the screening process. It was kind of like currently, right now, not 2008, but all right, anyway. So,
Still good.
Yeah, listen, we got a bunch of good calls. Good
Good
on
calls. I need to just say this right now, that I can't get to all these texts today because there are so many coming in with people wishing us happy holidays and great break and all that. Everybody's being so kind and wishing us well. And so same to everybody. And I'm sorry if I don't get back to you.
I know I've been hit with a lot of emails as well. Hey, what's my contract status?
Yes, those too.
I have been handed a new contract. They've handed me a new offer to stay, and I'm reviewing it. So this is the last live show of the year. We'll do best ofs until we get back, if I get back. So the best ofs, listen to the best ofs because you're going to hear stuff that you never heard before. So if you haven't heard it, it's going to sound like a brand new show to you. So our last live show of the year, a classic crotchety from the archives. This one is Fester's favorite. Now, Fester would tell you that, but Fester just left. Fester just walked out of the room on his cell phone. What is it with you guys and just like whatever's on the phone, whoever's calling you is more important than us doing the show?
This is real life.
I never get calls. Nobody cares about.
And here it is. Classic crotchety. This is Fester's favorite Christmas crotchety call.
Service. Oh, thank God you finally answered. Ho, ho, holy crap. How long does it take for you to answer the phone?
Can I help you, ma'am?
I'm a sir. I need the toy department. I've got a list. I'm checking it twice. Hello?
Toys.
Oh, thank God you answered. First things first, I want that bitch on wheels at the front desk fired. You hear me?
You want that what now?
I said I want that bitch on wheels at the front desk fired. She was rude to me.
She was rude?
Yes.
Okay, let me hold on just a
No,
minute.
hold on. No, let me finish with you first.
Okay.
I've been a valued shopper there for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
You might have remembered about a month ago. Do you remember the old man that collapsed and threw up in the houseware section?
No, I just work part-time. I just be here at night.
Well, I want you to know that they were very, very nice, and they called the rescue squad, and the manager sent me a cookie basket in the hospital and said if I needed anything, just give him a ring.
Okay, well, if you want to talk to him and make that complaint.
No, I don't want to make the complaint yet. I've got a holiday toy list. I need you to help me check for items now.
Okay.
My name is Milton Fludge Cow.
Miss Flutch.
Fludge Cow.
Okay.
And I have a kid named Chauncey, 14 years old, little weird. He's very fat. 14 years old, can you believe it? 400 pounds already. Big, fat kid. He's got a little eating problem, I think. All right, here's the list he's given me for the holidays. First thing on the list, I need a Tickle Me Elwood.
What is that now?
Tickle Me Elwood.
Tickle Me Elwood? We ain't got Elwood. We got a Elwood. Elmo Wood. It's a sesame.
Okay, so I need the Tickle Me Elmo.
Okay, we don't have it. We out of them.
You're out of Tickle Me Elmo?
Yes, sir.
Son of a Whoa! Ow! I just kicked my foot into the television set. The screen exploded. I've just been electrojuiced.
Okay.
Ow!
Are you okay?
I don't know. I feel a little woozy now.
Well,
I mean, I just smashed in my television set with my foot.
Okay, but let me. Would you like for me to call the rescue squad for you?
No, I think I'm okay.
You think you're okay?
Yes, I'll be okay.
All right.
All right, second item. I need the Happy Holiday Barbie doll.
All sold out.
Son of a
Sir, stop. Are you all right? Are you all right?
I want Barbie.
Are you all right?
I want Barbie.
Are you all right?
Barbie.
Hello?
I want Barbie.
Hello?
Get me Elmo or get me Barbie.
All sold out.
What's
Are you all right?
that?
Don't wreck your home.
What?
Don't wreck your home.
I've stopped. I've just smashed up my entire kitchen. It looks like a bomb went off in here.
Holy cow.
Let's see if we can go for number 3.
All right.
If you had number 3, I think everything is going to be okay.
Okay.
All right, I need Nintendo 64 game.
Nintendo 64 game?
Yes.
Okay. Oh. Sir, I don't know how to tell you this, but we all sold out of them.
Oh, my God. I was hoping that it didn't have to come to this. Goodbye, cruel world.
Oh. Hello? Holy Jesus.
Back when the crank calls were real, folks, in radio.
My God, that was violent. Another violent one.
I forgot. That was a Walmart in Arkansas.
Yeah.
I think the statute of limitations has run out. That was a Walmart, I think it was like, I can't remember where, but Arkansas is the home office.
Yeah,
was it
Bentonville?
Bentonville, Arkansas. But it was, I don't think it was Bentonville, but it was, might have been Fayette. Is it a Fayetteville, Arkansas?
Sounds like another town in that state.
That was an Arkansas Walmart where that call was made.
Nintendo 64.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
how old?
It's an old call, but Fester, that's your favorite, right?
It is my favorite of the holiday calls.
And I have one more. So before we end the show today, I've got one more classic crotchety call. The Drunk Mall Santa.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
That's another classic. So if you haven't heard the Drunk Mall Santa crotchety old man call, That'll be coming up sometime before the end of the show today. Stand by. All right, so Ryan is booked for 8:30?
So I spoke to his office. He apparently is too rich to talk to somebody like me directly.
All right.
But I talked to his secretary, and he was available in a few minutes.
All right, so Ryan...
I mean, you can call him now. I just called the wife during the call to set him up.
We'll call him at 8:30.
Okay.
I got a lot of things to do here.
All right.
So Ryan won the $15 million scratcher at Publix up on, 19 up in Palm Harbor, right?
Yeah, in Palm Harbor, the big store up there. And it's a $50 ticket.
Unbelievable. $15 million.
It was a $30 ticket.
Who won the... Then the $1 million winner got the $50 ticket.
There was a 500X winner and then a 300X winner on those scratcher games.
Yeah, the top prize on the $30 one, the 300 times is $15 million. The top prize on the $50 one is $25 million, but she won $1 million.
$1 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, the story is this one Publix sold 2 winning tickets. One $15 million scratcher winner, and the other one was a $1 million scratcher. Like within days of each other, this one Publix store sold $16 million winning tickets, which is unbelievable.
$50 for one ticket, you're telling me?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's insane. But they probably buy them every day.
Oh, maybe. Or they save up all week and get it once a week.
So we're going to talk to Ryan Doddridge. Is that his name? Ryan Doddridge.
Yes.
We're going to talk to him in about, 15 minutes or so, right around 8:30. And I just want to know, where did he scratch it? Did he scratch it in the store? Did he scratch it at home?
See, I'm
did
a
he
car
scratch
scratcher.
it in the car?
Yeah, I'm a car scratcher,
All right.
and then I have all that silver film all over me, and I got to shake it off.
You want to hear a guy that just won $15 million with a scratcher? We'll call him in 15 minutes. 8:30. Don't move right here on the MJ Morning Show. Roxanne, what do you think of this?
Tell me.
A woman named Maria Foster, who has just turned 40, and she apparently is saying that she wants her husband to date younger women.
I did not click on that. I saw that story. Yeah,
Whoa,
that's weird.
Why wouldn't you click on that? That's not intriguing to you? A headline that says, I want my husband to date younger women? I feel like life should be lived?
I just didn't click on it because I don't want Google to know my it did interest me.
Wait a minute, hold on.
I don't want Google to know my patterns of what interests me, so I click on things that don't interest me to try to confuse Google.
So what are you saying?
Because I don't want these computers to know my true self.
So you're doing show prep. You're doing anti-show prep? You're clicking and finding stories that we don't want to do on the show?
Just to trick your computer?
What the hell?
I just don't
What goes on inside that Roxanne brain?
We love her for who and what she is. I'm still
So
not
tell
sure.
me about this story. Yeah, I was very
go-
curious about it.
Then why don't you start using DuckDuckGo or something?
I think
Or
I need
use
to.
a VPN. Use the Tor browser and route yourself through Belgium,
right,
through
now-
France,
Now you're getting
the
nerdy
Cayman
and weird.
Islands, and then finally some server in the U.S.
Just when I thought you couldn't out-weird Roxanne, here comes MJ with technical talk.
Well, what do you mean?
Oh, go through a Belgium router. Okay, wow.
I'm talking. Listen. You can use a VPN. You can use the Tor browser.
Nice
Use
going over it
search with DuckDuckGo. Whatever.
What else?
All right. Listen to the story. So Maria Foster turned 40, and she broke the news to her husband Michael that she wanted to see other people.
Oh, so she initiated this.
Well, see, if you would have clicked on the damn story, you'd know where this is going. All right.
But then her computer would know her naughtiness.
Right. And start suggesting all kinds of porno stuff or something?
I just don't want it to make suggestions. I don't want my computer to know me.
My
Nothing
computer
wrong
has
with
to
that.
take
But then she also wanted her husband to do the same thing.
Well, it sounds like she's, sounds like she wants an open relationship, and it sounds like she just decided that. But I mean, how long have they been together?
Yeah, it sounds like she's looking for action on the side, and she's trying to cop it like, well, I want my husband to see younger people,
Yeah, is
too.
it like a
Almost
7-year itch?
Almost 20 years.
Okay, 20
Yeah, a little 13 years more than the 7-year itch. So she said, my husband is 42. She is 40, married for almost 20 years. and I guess she wanted to toy around with some new stuff.
Yeah, so she's saying, "Oh, I want my husband to see younger things too, just so she can get her fix."
So
All
is
right.
it like go do your thing, and see that the grass isn't greener, or is it a let's just go have fun and then hope we stay together?
She says, I'm 40, half my life is gone. I brought him on this experience in the hopes that we can both figure ourselves out and hopefully come to a compromise. If our happiness means being apart, we were both willing to do that.
All right, sounds like they have other issues besides hooking up
Yeah.
with other people. Or
And the
wanting
grass
to.
is always greener where you water it.
Do you think if
yeah, that's right.
You think if I asked for a couple of calls here, if I said, are there any women out there that are married but would like to play around, and in order to justify that, you would give your husband the pass to do the same? If I said, call us right now, if this fits you, if this is something that's similar to what's going on in your life, do you think we'd get any calls on that right now?
All right, so by any meaning a handful, I think absolutely.
All right, let's try it. Let's give it a whirl. All right, 800-990-1047. Are there any women that would like to play? You're married, but you'd like to, just have some variety and play around and, just.
I don't think there are a lot of women like that.
And would you be willing to say to your husband, "Hey, hon"? Now, I guess the question is, are you a woman that wants to play around, and are you playing around on the side?
Yeah, is that your current situation?
Yeah, and you're doing it secretly, or have you said, "Hey, I'm going to play around. Let's stay married, but if you want to play around as well, you can dabble." All right, I don't know if we'll get calls on this. 800-990-1047. That's how you get in. 800-990-1047. Any of this ringing a bell, striking a chord? Is this hitting home? Is this something that you're doing now, something you're into? Or let me expand the search possibilities here. Let me widen the search. Fester understands the word widen. All right, so are you thinking about it? So not only are you doing it, but are you thinking about doing this? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. That's how you get in. All right, I see a call's already screened and on hold. Fessy, you look like you wanted to say something.
MJ, I'm just thinking, they have other issues here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that she wants an open relationship after 22 years or 20 some odd years. They have other issues that it sounds like they need some kind of counseling too.
Jessica's up here. Jessica, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Jess.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
We are well. What's the story with you?
So I'm 44, and in the last couple years, I started getting curious about women. And
whoa, hold on a sec. So our
women.
connection's not the best, but you said over the last couple of years you've been curious about women?
yes.
Okay.
So my husband and I have a really great relationship, and I decided that I wanted to start experimenting, and so I started having threesomes, but I spun it to where it was for his satisfaction, not mine.
Wait, you started doing it for him?
I think she said that she spun it. She spun
it that way.
That it was for his enjoyment, not yours, but really you're the one that really was interested. That's why you introduced this.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a
Spun a
terribly
lot.
tough sale.
Wow. You spin me round, round, round like a record, baby, round, round. So, Jessica, are you still doing this?
No, but we talk about it. It's definitely opened us up to
How many women did you bring into this equation?
2.
And where did you find these women?
They were longtime friends.
Oh, wow.
I think this is where Froggy says you're a good egg, Jessica.
You are a
I
good
love Froggy. Oh my God, I love Froggy.
I love him too.
good egg.
Wow. All right. So you're 44. How old is your husband?
He is 39.
Okay. So younger guy. And then how old were the women that you were bringing into the game here?
One was my age, and the other one was 22.
Whoa.
22. Where'd you find the 22-year-old?
Like your friend's daughter.
She was a friend of my niece.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. A friend of your niece?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Good for you.
All right, so why'd you stop? What happened?
Just got busy with COVID and life and everything else.
Oh, there's never not enough time for it.
Wow.
I mean, it's still always open up.
Are you still friends with the one that's your age?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We're the best of friends.
All right, and then what about the 22-year-old?
I kind of felt weird afterwards. I was like, nah.
Wow.
Sure, he felt
It
weird
was fun
too.
in the moment, but,
Yeah, but how did you approach a 22-year-old friend of your niece to join you and your husband? How'd that conversation go?
Well, my niece used to be a dancer in the Tampa area.
So your niece used to work at a dancer club?
Yes.
Which one?
I honestly could not tell you. I have no idea.
Lollipops.
And why is she not a dancer anymore?
She had children, so she stopped that lifestyle.
Gotcha. Did she have a husband, or are these kids out of wedlock?
Just like mine.
Out of wedlock.
How many kids did she have?
Just one.
Okay, I got you. All right, hey, listen, you never know what kind of call you're going to get here.
No, you don't.
You never know.
Oh, hold on. Do you live in the Villages, it says here?
I live by the Villages, yes, like literally a minute outside of it.
Man, if you skew your age demographic up by like 2 decades, you're going to have more action.
Yeah, 44, yeah. I mean,
if you're looking for...
Yeah, 44 is on the extreme young side for the Villages.
I can't do any wrinkle bottoms.
So, what? Do you have a golf cart, honey?
No.
So what county do you live in?
I live in Lake County.
In Lake County. And our signal, are you listening on the regular radio or are you streaming us?
No, I stream you guys on the app. I've been listening to you guys since the 90s.
Oh, wow. Incredible.
Yeah.
Hey, all right, Jessica, thanks for the call. What a
welcome.
great
Love you
great
guys.
call. Love you too. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for sharing.
I love you.
You just don't know. You know how many people love us?
I mean, just
This
the
is
love.
this is a very beloved radio show.
The love.
Ooh, nobody loves me.
You started out this story. These are very specific situations. Jessica's situation is very specific to she wanted to experiment with women. The woman you read about online is very specific to she wanted her husband to hook up with younger women.
No. She wanted to hook up with other guys, and as a cover said, "Hey, honey, do you want to, mess around with other women?" That was her deal. All
right.
She did what she wanted to do, and then found a way to buffer it. Is what it was.
Well, I'll tell you a little secret about all that I learned from one of my friends. She was thinking about cheating on her husband.
This is a friend of yours?
Yes. And so she was
Denise?
Yes.
All right.
How did you know?
I'm Denise.
Yes. And so she went to a counselor.
Did she have a giant forehead with little bitty hands?
She did.
Have a threesome with me.
Was she from the Finger Lakes of New York? All right, go ahead.
So she went to a counselor, and the counselor went through these points with her, like, well, is your husband doing this? And so basically, he went through this list with her. If your husband isn't giving you commitment, trust, intimacy, cooperation, it was like 10 different things, then you will go look for it elsewhere. And so what I took from that, and so it's a message to guys, women really aren't going to cheat, but they're really high maintenance. So you might think that you're giving them everything they need, but if you're not giving them one area, then they're going to go get that somewhere else, and maybe it's not like whatever.
Now, what happened with your friend? What eventually was the story?
They worked things out. They both got into counseling and they worked things out, and so everything turned out good.
Are you still friends with her?
Yeah, of course.
And what's her real name?
Denise.
Denise.
No, I'm sorry. It's Kettle. You know who it is.
It's Kettle. Yeah. Roxanne never wants to use names of real friends. It's Denise or Kettle. All right. Now, Roxanne, do we want to do this little inquisition now? Do you want to team up now and do the tag team here?
What?
Huh?
What are we doing?
Roxanne, we talked about this earlier.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Like a bit of an intervention?
Yes. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We're talking counseling, so this is a nice segue.
We are. So, Roxanne, why don't you initiate this intervention live on the MJ Morning Show? And we only have a few minutes here. We only have about 2 or 3 minutes because we got to call the lawyer that won the $15 million scratcher. Roxanne, why don't you address the individual and why don't you break the ice on this?
All right.
And if you don't break the ice the way I want the ice broken, then I'm going to jump in and I'm going to break the ice.
You guys break your own ice.
Fester, can we take you for an MRI after the show?
Not at Tampa General because I was told I'm too large for the MRI machine. And if I had another car accident, they'd have to send me to Gainesville to use the MRI machine they use on horses.
All right, now, Roxanne, that was a good intro.
It was direct.
It's
okay.
like shoving a golf ball through a garden hose.
We're concerned. Roxanne and I are concerned.
Yes,
What's going on? I don't know what you guys are doing.
We've noticed a downhill spiral, like a rolling ball, like bowling ball down a hill.
You're just a grumpy, angry. We don't understand what's going on with you. You're just like disgruntled all the time.
Oh, I am. You are
You
correct.
were, first of all, we had a meeting after the show yesterday with Ted, the program
That was
director.
so embarrassing.
And, dude, you embarrassed us. I mean, all right, Froggy, why don't you describe what Fester did?
First of all, he's sitting there making grumpy faces the whole
The
time.
whole thing.
And then he goes,
We're having, let's say, hold on.
Well, that's like an everyday
Hang
thing.
on. We're having
the meeting.
we're having a meeting about web content and maximizing our content on mjmorningshow.com. And then, Froggy, you pick it up from here.
yeah, so...
All three of you are in on this?
I don't know about this, but I'm not happy about that meeting.
Froggy,
and I talked to you.
Froggy sent me a text. Froggy sent me a text. How freaking rude, except you used a different F word. You said,
I told Fester in the hallway.
You said, how freaking rude was Fester? Go ahead, describe what happened.
So then he goes, do you guys need me any longer? Because, this is my part-time job, and I got places to be or something like that. Right to Ted.
I mean, we're in
right
the
to
meeting.
Ted's face.
We're in the meeting with Ted.
Well,
And Fester in the middle of the meeting is like, "Are we done with this? I got things I got to
like
do."
10 minutes into it.
I mean, it's almost like you had an aneurysm or something.
And then the one part that he brought up with me and him, remember that, MJ?
Okay, hold on.
When he goes, if MJ doesn't resign, who's the first two people they're going to blow out? What was
Me and
that,
Froggy.
dude?
Me and Froggy.
You don't bring me, don't loop me in with you,
Okay, fine.
you giant
They're
jackass.
going to keep Froggy. You know what, Fester? We're going to let you go because MJ didn't sign. But you know what, Froggy? Stick around. We need you to fill in weekends on the Shark. Listen, stop.
Wow, that wasn't passive aggressive.
I'm being
That's
completely,
rude.
I'm
That's
being completely
rude.
honest here.
That's,
Listen.
that's rude.
We
and
know
that's
Fester's the superstar.
No, that's not it at all. The meeting, which was promised to be a 15-minute meeting.
I'm sure Ted.
The meeting was promised to be a 15-minute meeting, started to take a turn that was not about anything that the meeting was about. Anything.
So that's a meeting, dude. You ever been in one?
Okay, but this was a 15-minute meeting.
Yeah, a meeting is like we never get
Fester,
together, so we all have
but
to talk about
It's
industry
everything.
stuff.
You just appear to be off kilter, disgruntled.
He's a dick.
You're angry at like 90% of the things we do on the show.
This is you during the show.
delusional.
Last break, you're going like this.
I mean,
all right.
It's like you
Okay.
have.
All right.
I know you have that myasthenia, but
This show could be so much better than it is, and because I have opinions about it.
Okay, let's have.
Like,
How about this?
it's like you have myasthenia jackass,
You
not
guys are-
myasthenia gravis. No,
I got a present for you guys. I don't have to see you schmucks for 2 weeks.
You're disgruntled all the
Dude,
time.
that was the most embarrassing
MJ,
meeting I've ever
if you don't
been
want
in.
somebody to care about the show and the content and have an opinion about what we do on the air, you can go to Froggy.
But you don't care. You're in the meeting over there huffing and puffing.
You're off base on almost everything.
Listen.
It's like
What are you talking about?
I got
off base.
Yeah, you're
now you're going to end the segment. Oh,
I do. I got the lawyer. I got to
This is
call.
crap.
It's 8:30. It's.
That wasn't a very good
Well,
intervention.
yeah, I was just going to say.
traffic
I was just
on the
going to say.
bridge or
I don't think
something.
we got to where we needed to.
Well,
Yeah, you guys open
Roxanne, was
Yes.
this your plan?
It was our plan
both of us.
together.
up. You guys are awful.
We were talking
It's not a
during.
good intervention.
We were talking about this during the break. That Fester is just angry and disgruntled, and he hates
I
everything.
think
all
we
of a
need to
sudden.
ask him more questions. I think we need to let him speak.
Now we're going to talk to a lottery winner? This is such a hack ass.
I think we need to get to the root
What
of
are you
this.
doing, bro?
This is. Fester.
Such an idiot.
Fester,
Why don't you shut a mic off?
All right, Fester, do me for what? Just take vacation now, Fester.
I'll see you.
We'll see you later. All right, Fester, you can leave now. All right, say everyone.
I'll see you later.
You're right. You're not mad.
I say,
idiots. You guys are
all right,
morons.
All right, say goodbye to Fester. Fester, have a great holiday.
See you guys.
I might see you after the first of the year. I might not.
Wait,
All
that's
right, bye,
not fair.
Fester.
He gets to leave. Where are you going
No, that's not fair.
Is
That's
this
not fair.
Is this Ryan?
No, he's getting rewarded for bad behavior. Sit back down.
Who's setting up?
He can't go to breakfast.
All right, Roxanne's being mommy over here.
Sit back down. Sit back down.
Who set the interview up?
All
I
right,
don't
sit.
know.
All right, sit down, Fester.
Oh,
Sit down. I got to get a hold of Ryan
Am I
now.
on the clock this
All right,
hour?
Ryan Doddridge is on the phone. This is a great story. Hey, Ryan, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Thanks for having me.
Ryan, you're an attorney, correct?
Yes, sir.
What kind of law do you practice at the Is it the Doddridge Law Firm?
Actually, it is Williams and Doddridge. I am a wills and trusts attorney.
Oh, my God. Talk about knowing about trust when you win the freaking lottery, man.
Yes, sir. That's right. Well, I actually won it on behalf of a client, MJ. So...
All right, so whoa.
Wow.
Wait a sec. Wait a sec. All right, so Ryan, you're pictured with the giant Florida 300X cash, the giant presentation check to the Doddridge Law Winners Trust. So Ryan, are you not the actual winner of the scratcher?
I hate to break the bad news. I'm not the actual winner of the scratcher, but that is why my client engaged me to do this, so that he is anonymous.
Wow. All right. Now, I don't think that was included in some of the stories that I read.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. Is this is this breaking news? Is this the first that this is being revealed?
It actually happened in October, and if you do a little bit of digging on me, MJ, I won cash for life. I won $7 million in 2020.
Wow, what is going on here? This is insane.
Did you win it?
Right?
Did you win it yourself, or did you win it on behalf of a client?
Again, I did not win it myself. If any of your listeners win it, you go to lottolawyerfl.com, and I'm going to be able to help you navigate that process.
Oh man, you're the lottery man. All right. So if I look at like the Channel 8 story, Tampa Bay Public sells 2 winning lottery tickets totaling $16 million. Palm Harbor from WFLA TV. 2 Tampa Bay area residents became millionaires this week after buying lottery tickets from the same Publix grocery store. According to the Florida Lottery, the Publix located at 33343 US 19 North in Palm Harbor is on a hot streak after selling winning tickets to 2 people 2 days in a row. On Monday, an attorney from Newport Richey became the first person to claim the $15 million top prize from the Florida 300X cash scratch-off game. Since its launch this year, Ryan Doddridge, 42, claimed the prize on behalf of the Doddridge Law Winners Revocable Trust. Now, that didn't make it clear. It was certainly possible that you were the Doddridge Law Winners Revocable Trust. The story really didn't delineate that the trust was for somebody else.
Exactly.
Wow. So, a lot of folks that have seen this story around in the news media, I think maybe we're the first to clarify that you're just the attorney for this one, and then a $7 million win, cash for life, that you're a trust and a will expert in the law field, and these are clients. So you're not a millionaire.
Unfortunately, you are the one to break it here, MJ. I'm not.
Wow.
How many clients have you helped in this manner?
I have helped two. But I really do enjoy it. I really have found a lot of value in it, and my clients have really appreciated it as well.
So this is a great way to get around Florida's laws about people having to come forward when they win a lottery.
Precisely.
Because Florida law is this, and correct me if I'm wrong, with Florida law, with winnings of $250,000 or more, you can remain anonymous, I believe, for 90 days?
That's correct.
Man, I'm just full of good answers today.
It's a 90-day waiting period. So actually, I collected this on October 24th. I did waive that waiting period, but I believe the lottery wanted to bump up some of these scratch-offs for stocking stuffers.
Wow, what a story. What can you tell us for the now listen, you're pictured, everyone thinks that you're the winner of the $15 million, but you're the lawyer who set up the trust to keep the winner anonymous. And I guess my question would be, How solid is that veil? Are they really hidden well, or if anyone dug, could they find out who is part of the Doddridge Law Winners Trust for the $15 million scratcher, or are they really protected pretty well?
That's a great question, but we are putting up as many roadblocks as we possibly can.
Right.
This guy's a great lawyer.
No, I like this guy.
I love you, man. That's great.
I tell you what, when I win that $5 lottery ticket, I'm coming to him.
All right. So, Ryan, was this trust set up previously for the first customer you helped? For the first client?
No. It's gonna be specific. So there are two different winners. They can't have the same trust.
Okay.
There are gonna be different trusts for each winner because they're different entities. They're different individuals, right?
Correct. Exactly.
All right. So Ryan, I guess the next question is, what can you tell us about the winner of the $15 million 300X scratcher lottery from the Publix on US 19 in Palm Harbor? Male, female, age? Can you tell us anything?
I can tell you that it is a retired gentleman, great family man, and really, I think if anybody were to hear about the circumstances, they would truly appreciate both of my winners. Actually, they're great stories, and no one needs to be bitter about the person who won these prizes.
All right, now I want to go over the numbers here. So the guy, what I'm getting is that it's a good family guy. He's retired, and it sounds like you think that he deserved to win, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, sounds good. All right, now $15 million scratcher, taking the upfront cash payment, provided $10,430,000. So, because what they do with these big numbers, they're annuitized. So they pay out the money over 25, 30 years, whatever it is, 29 years. And so you have the opportunity. Listen, you win Powerball, Mega Millions, whatever. You can take the upfront money. That's how a $1.6 billion jackpot goes down to $987 million. That's what happens. So $15 million, that was the face value if you take the annuity payments. But he took the upfront, and all financial pros will tell you, take the cash payment right away. So $10,430,000. But then Ryan, he's got federal taxes on top of that. So that's going to, let's just, for round numbers, just say 40% in federal taxes. So he's going to walk away with about $6.3 million. Is that about right?
Yeah, give or take. The lottery, what they do for the big prizes, is they withhold an automatic 24%. Okay. And so $7.926 million hit my bank account.
Oh, wow.
And then that top tax bracket is about approximately 37%. So there will be more taxes owed on that ultimately as well.
Wow, yeah, because top bracket's 37%. So I use 40 just for round numbers.
So are you executor of the trust?
He's the trustee.
Okay.
They're different hats. Yeah, exactly. I'm trustee. Yes, sir.
Come on, learn the lingo, Fester.
Well,
Come
listen,
on.
This is the first time forgive me, Ryan. This is the first time I'm even hearing about somebody. Is this common? Does this happen more often than we think or hear?
It doesn't happen enough. You can go on the lottery website and see pictures of the prior winners, and you really don't see this that often. No, you really don't.
But folks, the breaking news here, is that Ryan, the attorney, everyone thought that the attorney won the lottery when in fact he's the trustee, hiding and protecting the name of the actual winner, which is smart. Hey, Ryan, I have said this a million times on this program, that if you are a lucky lottery winner and you happen to live in one of the states where you can completely remain anonymous, there's no stipulations of a cooling off period of, you can remain anonymous for 90 days. If you live in a state where you win a huge lottery prize, and that state, and there are a handful of states where you are able to stay completely anonymous, if you don't do that, then you're a complete moron. Would you agree?
I agree.
Hold on. Andrew, our producer, has a question.
Can you use this same method on the multi-state drawings?
Like Powerball?
Yeah, you can actually. Yes, sir, you can.
Well, there you go. But breaking news.
Every state has their own laws, so that's governed actually by whatever state you live in, right? That you're claiming that price.
Are you still holding on to the $7.2 million that hit your account from the lottery, or has that been dispersed to the client now?
Yes, sir. I'm not holding that anymore. I've got no control over it, but I do have that giant check sitting in my office for any of my clients who come in and like to see it.
Oh, that is fantastic. All right, buddy. What's your question, Fester?
So what do you get? 10% of this?
No, he doesn't get. Listen, he gets an hour. He gets the whatever his hourly rate is to set up. Listen, Ryan, am I correct? Whatever your hourly rate is to set up the trust, that's what you were paid, right?
Yeah, funny story. This last guy, when he called me, asking me my rate, I said, "Oh, I'm very reasonable, 5%." And I just stopped, and it was just complete silence on the other end. And then I just laughed and said, "No, I'm just messing with you, man." So it was a nice fee, fair to me and fair to my client.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Thank you, man. But this is breaking news. We've just expanded the story that Ryan is a trust and will attorney, and he took the money on behalf of another individual who was actually the winner, and that hasn't been made clear in the media.
Interesting.
Look at that. That's why you listen to the MJ Morning Show. Hey,
breaking news.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, hang on a minute. Breaking news. Breaking news. It's an MJ News alert. Ryan, you have a great Christmas. Have a great holiday, and thanks for coming on, buddy.
Hey, you guys too. Have a great morning.
All right, thanks.
You too. Okay, I got to do something right now, this moment in time. This can be an audio daily double. You guys can play along. What happened 3 years ago at 8:43? Okay.
So
it is 8:43.
So
wait a minute. What happened 3 years ago?
Push. It only took 3 pushes.
Roxanne gave birth to one of her spawns.
You gave birth to Demon Kid number 2.
No, she's amazing. Daviana Joy.
All right.
Yes. Oh, I love how you told me yesterday. I was thinking about this later. She has the most entitled name I've ever heard. She's just like Chloe isn't an entitled name.
I'm Daviana.
Chloe's literally a brand, which I love her name, by the way. But yeah, so it's Daviana's birthday. Daviana's in the car right now.
So
Happy
wait a minute.
birthday. Happy day.
At 8:43,
Yeah.
literally at this moment,
yes,
3 years ago, you were in labor.
Yep, and
you were going, can you do that again?
No, it was enough. That was I did it 2 times,
Andrew,
but actually, she was so much easier than the first one. She came out in like 3 pushes.
Yeah, pull that ISO.
Yeah.
Pull that ISO
Roxanne
for us.
giving birth.
Would you please?
Good for Daviana.
All right, the MJ Morning Show, man. We're just
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Daviana.
She's in the car right now.
We're
She's
chock
super
full
happy.
of crap today, man.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, happy birthday, Daviana. You entitled little kid. And get out of your mother's bed at night, would you please? Stop kicking her. Stop roundhouse kicking her in the head. All right. When we get back, we got a long chunk of the MJ Morning Show, including another classic Christmas crotchety old man call from the archives. If you haven't heard the drunk Santa Claus at the mall, it's the drunk mall Santa. That's coming up, plus a whole lot more in minutes here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Morning show on Q105. Hey, folks, MJ here with Fester and Roxanne and Froggy. I am MJ. It is 8:53, long chunk of the MJ Morning Show starting right now. This is the second longest chunk, I believe, of the day, right? The first one. Folks, every day at like 7:22, 7:23, we launch 1 hour and 20 minutes of non-stop MJ Morning Show. No interruption, just nonstop content. And you never know what the heck is going to pop up on the MJ Morning Show. So we appreciate you listening. And, hey, if you like what you hear, hey, do us a favor. So maybe you listen to us in the car. Do us a favor when you get to work, put us on your smart speaker or radio in the office so you can keep listening. And be entertained, folks. MJ Morning Show, we're here to just entertain you, folks. It's that simple. All right, classic crotchety coming up in a minute, and this will round out the 3 specific Christmas crotchety calls. We already played the Christmas lights going haywire. Earlier today, we played the Tickle Me Elmo Wood, and we still have the Drunk Mall Santa Claus call to play, and that'll be coming up in just a bit. I asked we have a lot to do here. There's going to be hold on tight, because this is going to be a lightning round with a lot of stuff here. I asked a question moments ago. If you mix alcohol with Coke or Diet Coke, or, listen, Pepsi or Diet Pepsi, whatever, do you get drunk faster if you choose one mixer over the other?
Just between Cokes?
Yeah, I'm talking
I
about.
always heard that Gatorade would get you drunk.
No,
quicker.
listen, I'm not talking about Gatorade, Froggy. I'm talking about Coke. Diet Coke or regular Coke, Diet Pepsi or regular Pepsi. What's the story? Do you think it matters whether you mix alcohol like a rum and Coke or rum and Diet Coke?
Yeah.
Is there a difference?
There is a difference. There's a difference. I think I read about this a while ago.
All right, so what do you think it is?
I think that Diet Coke gets you drunker quicker.
Really?
The DC.
Yes. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, because I don't know which buzzer you're reaching for.
Who says I'm reaching for a buzzer?
I don't know. I saw your hand
or
moving.
a dinger. You
No.
think I could be reaching for a dinger?
Mm-hmm.
Or a wiener.
Okay.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay. I don't know the science behind it, but it has.
Well,
But
I mean,
yeah,
you
diet,
think about
diet drinks get you
Coke.
drunker.
Diet Coke doesn't have anything in it. Like that aspartame runs right through you, where the other one has sugar that your body has to digest.
A doctor on social media has revealed that diet mixers make you intoxicated far faster than if you used a full sugar drink. So full sugar Coca-Cola versus a Diet Coke mixed with alcohol, you're getting drunk faster. You're getting intoxicated quicker on the diet drink versus the full sugar soft drink. So Roxanne, that would make you 100% correct. Oh, watch Fester get angry. Fester's going to get angry here. Fester hates this.
I turned my headphones down. I can't hear it.
All right. And do you know the science behind that?
No, I need to learn it.
So why does drinking Diet Coke with alcohol get you drunk faster than regular Coke? Dr. Karan Raj is answering the question, and he explains it's got nothing to do with a diet mixer, but more to do with the fact that sugar in regular Coke makes your stomach empty more slowly into the small intestine, slowing down the absorption of alcohol into the bloodstream. Same principle as why you get drunk faster on an empty stomach, because there's nothing there to slow down the booze. Nothing there to commingle, to, have a handshake, make some friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I mean, there are a lot of factors that go into how drunk you get. Like carbonation, I think, makes you get drunk faster.
No.
Carbonation.
Carbonation.
No,
Jesus. What is this, a game show?
Carbonation gives you better burp.
Blasting me with all kinds of sound effects.
I love my noises.
That new one.
New?
That new one sounds like a rat trap going off.
Froggy, you've been working with me since what year?
Yeah, but I don't like all the new ones.
Yeah, I'm the angry guy around here. Okay.
Yes, you are.
Morons.
All right. Update here on this Twitch guy. And I had a revelation on the show yesterday that I didn't know who he was. And I'm not trying to minimize his untimely departure, but I did not know who this Twitch guy was. Was it Steven Twitch Boss? And he was the DJ and an executive producer on the Ellen show. And part of it is probably because I really don't care for Ellen. She's just smug, and I never liked her.
And just a little sidebar
Yeah.
Ellen story. I've told you this, but I met
And
one
by
of-
the way, there are plenty of lesbians that I love. Let me just be clear. All right? There are plenty of lesbians I love, so it has nothing to do with that.
Me too.
I like a lot of lesbians.
I love
all
them
right?
all.
In fact, who's that singer on Saturday Night Live last weekend? She is unbelievable. What's her name?
Lizzo?
No. Lizzo. No. She's just unbelievably talented.
Okay, while you think of that.
No, well, Festa, do me a favor. Look up last week's Saturday Night Live singer. She's a lesbian. I think she is. I love her. She's tremendous. I love her. I love her so much. I can't remember her name, but because I don't know a lot of her music, but whenever I hear her perform, whenever I see her, I'm like, my God, she is unbelievably talented. No, listen, this is the upcoming stuff.
I'm looking. I'm on the website. You're the one that can't remember a name and just qualifying her as.
Can I tell the insight that I have to the Ellen DeGeneres show?
Would someone call me up and tell me the lesbian singer that was on Saturday Night Live last week?
Or you could just say the singer.
That is unbelievably talented. No, because I don't want people to say, oh, you don't like Ellen because she's a lesbian. No, I don't like Ellen because Ellen I find her to be smug, and I don't like. There she is.
Is it?
Is that her?
No,
that's not her.
I'm trying to think of.
If anyone knows who it is, if anyone knows her name,
Lana Del Rey.
Yes. How do you,
Brandy Carlisle.
Brandy Carlisle. She is amazing. She is. I got to get more into her stuff. I got to maybe buy some of her CDs or do some. I don't like the MP3 downloads because the music quality sucks. It's all compressed and sounds like ass.
Listen to them on your record player.
Yeah, well, you know what? Hey, you make fun of that, but you know the number of younger people, you know the number of Generation Z and millennials that are going back and discovering how great an old vinyl record sounds?
Yeah, millennials.
Yeah, Brandy Carlisle. She is incredible.
I thought that was an older artist.
No, you're thinking Belinda.
Oh, okay.
No, you're thinking of.
I'm like, Belinda Carlisle?
Oh, baby, do you know what that's worth? That's Belinda Carlisle.
So is this like her hot daughter?
This is Brandy Carlisle. And there's no relation, not even spelled the same. All right, so, Rox, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I was just going to give some context. You were saying how you dislike Ellen, and then I was going to say that I met this guy who was a former producer on her show. He's also a comedian. I can't think of his name right now. It was years ago. But I literally met him, and I was like, hi, I'm Roxanne. Nice to meet you. And he was on a radio show, and then he was like, hi, I'm Steve. I hate Ellen DeGeneres. She's the biggest bitch I've ever met in my life. Or she's the biggest bitch in the world or something. Like
you met a guy that worked on her show and he hated her.
And that was his opening line when he met people.
Really?
Yes.
Hold on.
That was his pleasantry.
Really?
Yes, he's so torn up about it. And
How long did he last before he left or got fired?
I don't remember those details, but he was just so vehement about and venomous about how awful she was. And he is the one who told me, and I've heard it again after the fact, but he said that she hated doing those dances. And it just came about.
We heard that silly Ellen dance
she
or
hated
whatever.
That. And that was what Twitch would play the music for, and she would come out. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, the news broke earlier this week that this Twitch guy from Ellen DeGeneres' show that he took his life in a kind of a seedy, slimy motel in Encino, California. And there are some updates. A couple of things are just interesting in that there's a theory that maybe he did it because he lost his whole life savings.
How did he do that?
I don't know. Was he involved in that FTX crypto crap or something? But
You should have listened
But
to.
this is unsubstantiated, but Stomp the Yard star Columbus, he has shared a story which is unsubstantiated. This is his theory that he thinks that Stephen Twitch Boss took his own life because he lost his life savings. I don't know what would justify him saying that. And then the other bizarre item, the reason why I'm bringing this up, is Tyler Perry apparently has attempted suicide himself. Is this new?
Gosh.
Tyler Perry, he's the one that does all those
The Medea movies.
the Medea, whatever it is.
Medea, Christmas, Medea goes to jail.
Can I make a confession also on that one?
I think I have the same confession.
I have never seen one of his movies.
They're good. Either.
I have not seen one Tyler Perry movie ever.
They're quite funny. And he is talented and prolific. So that's, I can't believe that
I've
story.
seen Dire. Well, it's one. I've only seen one.
Tyler Perry, he's now talking about the dark times in his life that caused him to attempt suicide.
Well, what?
Wow.
I think mental health issues needs to be addressed more often and needs to be able to be talked about more.
Mm-hmm.
I fully agree with that.
You know, and for him to share about that, it's pretty big of him.
And remember, if you are in a position where you're really in bad shape, you can get help. And they recently launched that nationwide suicide and crisis lifeline. And if you have any issues in your life, 988. So now all you have to dial is 988 from any phone. And that is now the suicide and crisis lifeline, 988. But I had no idea that Tyler Perry, guy's worth a fortune. And I know that money doesn't bring you happiness. There are plenty of people that,
more problems.
Been loaded and jumped off bridges and houses and buildings. And
I just read a story about his $100 million estate in Atlanta or something.
Who?
Tyler
Tyler Perry?
I mean, also, what time of his life was he in this mental place?
Yeah. Tell you what, we have a lot to do. We have a lot of ground to cover. I'm looking at a pile of stories. Oh, I'm going to creep you out with something. I got a creepy story, which you got to hear this because we got to figure out what's going on. All right, so hold on. We'll get to. Oh, and I got a warning. If you wear a Rolex, if you're a Rolex wearer, you got to hear this. And you know who Justin Verlander is, right?
Major League Baseball pitcher.
Yeah.
And
boyfriend of Kate Upton.
I think, are they married?
Yeah, they are married.
Are they married?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
All right, so Justin Verlander is an extremely highly paid Major League Baseball pitcher who is married to the fabulous Kate Upton.
Damn.
I saw a story last night that blew me away. I'm like, are you kidding me? Which way am I going with this? Is this the happy MJ face or is this the sad MJ face? All right, hold on. You'll find out in a minute. First, though, the trifecta here, the third of the classic crotchety Christmas calls. This is the drunk Santa at the mall.
Good morning, I'm living in the mall.
Oh, thank God you answered. Let me speak to the moron manager.
Just hold on, sir.
Jack Humphreys.
Is this the moron manager?
Who am I speaking with?
Are you the idiot that hired that?
One minute.
Are you the butt wipe that hired that drunken Santa Claus?
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? Drunken Santa Claus?
Let me get a word in edgewise. I brought my daughter to the mall. Fat little kid named Estelle, but that's beside the point. She's 7 years old and she was traumatized by your liquored up and drunk and completely smashed out of...
Wait a minute. What do you mean drunk? What are you talking about?
Your Santa Claus reeked of liquor.
Wait a minute. Hold on, sir. You're making some serious accusations.
Damn right I am. Your Santa Claus was all smashed and liquored up, and it was breathing and frothing and threw up on my little...
Wait a minute. We use several Santa Clauses here. When were you into the mall?
I was in there about 2 or 7 days ago.
Well, can you be more specific? Because
it was a big...
which Santa Claus this was?
It was a big fat guy with a white beard, and he smelled like a freaking liquor store. All I can tell you is it gets worse from here. Your damn Santa Claus, after he was all liquored up and was breathing all over my kid, bit my little daughter on the hand. Now she's tested positive for rabies.
Wait a minute. You're saying that our Santa Claus
bit your daughter? Wouldn't someone have said something about this while you were here?
You're an idiot, is what you are.
Wait a
How
minute.
could you?
Wait a minute.
How could
You're
you?
getting damn abusive to me. I don't have to take this from you.
How could you hire such a moron? Are you?
Wait a minute.
Keep talking, schmuck face.
Listen, you're getting very abusive to me. I don't have to take this kind of crap from you.
I haven't even
I'm getting very fed up with this situation. I think you better stop this right now. If you have a complaint to make, you come down to my office, fill out the forms, and we'll take it from there.
You sound drunk. Are you drunk?
You listen to me.
You sound drunk.
I sound drunk.
I think you're drunk.
Who do you think you're calling up and harassing?
You're all liquored up too.
You know something? You call my office at one of the biggest malls in the country, and you're going to harass me?
Hold on a sec.
Come down here and you fill out the forms like everybody else does.
Time out, Humpy. I also.
No, it's Humphreys.
I also got to fill out an accident report because
what accident report?
When I was leaving your stinking mall, I slipped and fell on a wet spot and I cracked up 3 ribs.
Oh, come on now. Now you're trying to pull a phony insurance scam?
And I chipped a vertebrae.
You what?
I chipped a vertebrae.
Come on.
Let me make a list for you. Drunk Santa, bit my kid, has rabies, fell down, broken ribs.
You know something? You're just a phony baloney. Goodbye.
There it is. You're a phony baloney. That wraps up the 3 classic crotchety Christmas calls. Oh, thank God you fancy.
I love Drunk Santa.
Yeah.
Nothing says holidays like a drunken Santa.
I thought you said you liked the Tickle Me Elmo Wood the best.
It's possible to like more than one.
All right.
I am a fan of all of the holiday series.
Ah.
And Tickle Me Elmo Wood is my favorite, but Drunk Santa's great.
Right. Any news, any more additional information on the little tornado that touched down here in St. Pete?
I have not seen any news on that, but I know they're going to do a survey there and try to see what the damage was.
But I believe the National Weather Service, I think they have said it was an EF1 tornado.
EF1, yes.
Yeah.
Knocks tree down into daycare in St. Petersburg.
But what about I saw the roof. Is that the same place where the roof was damaged?
Was there a tree in it? It traveled for like a quarter of a mile, some reports say.
It was very fast.
Trees coming down started at 12:10 yesterday, including one that fell into All Children's Academy, the preschool and daycare attached.
Day scare. Yeah, it was
we
a
did
day
a story
scare.
about that.
Yeah.
Attached to St. Vincent's
You know
Episcopal
what?
Church.
I think we ought to open up the MJ Morning Show Daycare Center. We call it Day Scare. MJ Morning Show Day Scare Center. We're going to scare the crap out of your kids. Oh, wait. That place did it with the Halloween masks, and now they're going to jail.
Yeah.
Remember that?
That's why I said it.
Remember that story where the
Yes.
kids were screaming?
Yes.
It's awful. It's terrible. All right, I've got a little creepy story here. All right, Frog, you ready for a little, scary mystery creepy story?
Oh, I love mysteries.
Oh, what? Hold on, what?
I have a caller who's the parent of people whose house did get hit by the tornado.
Oh, wait a second. Really?
MJ, this tornado touched down like 3 miles from the radio
it's
station.
very close. All right, hold on a sec. Hi, MJ Morning Show. Who's this?
Stacy.
Hey, Stacy, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. So, wait a minute. What is your relation to the tornado that hit?
It hit my son-in-law and my daughter's yard. They live in a little trailer in the back of his mom's yard, and it hit their yard. It didn't touch the trailer, but my son-in-law's motorcycle is now sitting on top of his car.
Oh, my God. All right.
Yeah.
And now, let me just confirm here. Are they near the actual location? Are they near the 5600 block of 9th Avenue in St. Pete?
I think so. They just moved there.
Yeah.
So I'm not too familiar with the area down there because I live in Clearwater. But they're actually up at her dad's house up in Pennsylvania right now. So his mom called them and told them what happened.
So his motorcycle was thrown on top of their car?
On top of his car, yes.
I would imagine both are damaged, right?
Yes, both have damage to it.
Is his car or motorcycle, are they operable?
I don't know. She just called me yesterday and told me that it hit. they've got to get everything looked at because she's in Pennsylvania. They're in Pennsylvania right now for the holiday.
Yeah, well, yeah, Merry Christmas. That kind of sucks. I mean, who the hell would think that you have a tornado that rolls through St. Petersburg on the 15th of December, 10 days before Christmas?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, yesterday during the show, MJ, we had the breaking news that we were under a tornado watch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is a more serious band of storms.
I went through the list. Remember,
Right.
I went through all the counties that were on the list for the tornado watch. I'm sorry. Did we went to a tornado?
It was a tornado watch for the entire Tampa Bay area.
and then it went to a warning later on. Because on my way home, it was about 11 a.m., 10:56, 10:58, that the actual National Weather Service tornado warning came out because they had detected rotation. So, well, listen, thanks for the call, and I hope that your son-in-law, daughter-in-law, what was it?
My son-in-law, yeah.
I hope that everything's okay. I hope the damage is minimal, okay?
Yeah, me too.
Hey, thank you for listening to us.
Hey, you too. Hey, you have a great day.
You too. All right. Wow. Thank you, Andrew. Good pick there. Good screener.
Job, Andrew.
Good job, Andrew.
Oh, and Andrew, was that on the air or off the air?
Off.
All right. We got to do a hand signal. You got to let me know when you're on the air or off the air because Andrew says stuff in my ear. And typically, if you've got a little ear thing, it's like a kind of a more of a hollow sound, but it's the same thing. So I don't know when Andrew is on the air or off the
You
air.
remember back when I was doing Andrew's job, we had that little light that I would hit?
Yeah.
We should get that in the new studio.
You think so?
A little light.
Dude, I know that the new general manager, now they've presented me with a new contract, so I have an extension offer, which I'm in possession of, and I'm still deciding whether I'm going to sign this thing. But we have been promised a new studio since we came back with the MJ Morning Show.
Yeah.
October 5th of 2020, they said that we're getting a new studio because this thing is a dump. All new studio. I even designed the thing. I've drawn it on paper. I know exactly what we need, just a better looking studio instead of this dumpster that we're in right now.
It's a pretty sweet design.
So how's the design that I drew?
It's pretty sweet.
Yep.
Pretty nice.
It'd be the nicest radio studio in the Tampa Bay market, I'll tell you that. One of the nicest in America if they, fork over the cash to build the studio I'm asking for. So 2 years later, over 2 years later, we're still in this dump. We're not in a new studio. And the new guy, the new general manager that just started back in October, late October, Ron DeCastrate, and he tells me that if I sign the contract, we'll have a new studio by the end of second quarter.
Okay.
Nice.
That's putting your money where your mouth
All
is.
right. Now, they've been trying to build this new Shark studio for 2 years, and it's still not ready. So am I supposed to believe we're going to get a new studio by the end of second quarter?
Yeah,
the DeCastrator's here, man. This stuff's going to get done.
All right, listen, if you don't build that studio,
Well,
the
that's
DeCastrator comes
That's
in.
why he's Ron DeCastrate, because I think his real name is DeCastro.
I don't even know what his real name
But
is.
I'm calling him DeCastrate because, tell you what, you get your work done, you perform, or you're going to get decastrated.
Yeah, you're on the chopping block.
That's the story. I'm telling you right now. So listen, I got no issue with that. If this guy is going to get me a new studio, then maybe I will sign. I need that in writing. New studio by the end of Q2, or else monetary penalties kick in.
have to make interest payments to you on time in this studio.
That's what I'm thinking. I got a little fester snicker out of that thing.
Does it?
Or how about a? All right, where was I?
I don't know.
Oh, the creepy story. All right, Frog, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
I want to know who this is going to creep out more. You ready?
Yeah.
A guy and a gal.
Ew! Oh, wait.
Hang on a minute. The woman's name is Jen. Jen and her significant other, guess what? They received a package from her grandmother.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Don't tell me.
Don't tell you what.
Grandma's been dead.
Grandma died like in 2012?
Yes!
Oh, shut up.
Oh, wow.
Grandma, no, well, not 2012. Grandma was dead for 2 years, and they just got a package mailed from Grandma.
Okay,
my
okay.
God.
All right, how does that happen? All right, well, listen, I did get my cousin's wedding invitation a year and a half late.
I mean, I can understand a flat letter getting lost in the mail bins, but not a box.
That's crazy. A package from Grandma who was dead for 2 years, according to Jen Hamilton. And she's talking about it online. And inside the package was a bundle with a photograph of her grandmother and grandfather who had also died. There was also a money order in there for $250, like a holiday gift.
Dude, they don't expire.
This is what's nuts, folks. This is why it was not a package that was lost for 2 years while Grandma was, dead. No.
So did Grandma fake her own death?
No, we don't know. The money order was dated 2 days before the package arrived.
All right, something's going on here.
What the hell is going on? No letter, no context, no nothing. So this Jen Hamilton is very confused. Her grandmother's stationery sticker was also on the package, and the address where she lived during her living and breathing times was also in the return address area. What the heck is going on?
Sounds like a movie Patrick Wilson is in.
It's a Patrick Wilson movie.
Somebody's playing a joke on this guy.
What the hell? This is so creepy.
I told you I had a creepy story. Happy holidays.
I can't figure it out.
Packages from dead grandma.
Yuck.
All right, so who's more creeped out?
I'm pretty creeped out.
Yeah, that's creepy.
I like ghosts.
That is creepy bo peepee.
I mean, but how would she deliver the package with her ghost hands?
I don't know, but the money order was dated 2 days before.
Can you go to the bank and get a money order for me?
So listen, the logical explanation is some family member or someone is screwing with her.
Who would do that with dead body?
I know.
Some demented person, obviously.
I know. All right, it is 9:20. We have the MJ Morning Show that you're listening to. So we have one more chunk to go, the last live chunk of the year before we go on vacation. At 9:20, we have promoted the fact that we're giving away the front row seats for Trans-Siberian Orchestra for this Sunday night at Amalie Arena in downtown Tampa. And I will fulfill that promotional promise right now. So with that being said, how would you like to have a 4-pack, 4 seats, front row at Trans-Siberian Orchestra on Sunday night downtown? They are incredible. Folks, check and see if there are still seats available for the daytime show and the nighttime show, because they rock it. Everyone that goes to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra, they are tight. It is invigorating. It is thrilling. Hey, my buddy, I got a buddy named Bruce Kitsis, and I got tickets for Bruce last year, and he was like, I was on vacation. I was in Scotland, and he called me up. He's like, dude, that show was incredible. So take it from my good pal Bruce Kitsis.
Take it from the kids.
It's Bruce approved.
Bruce works for FN, by the way. He works for FN. And he's like, man, that show is incredible. All right. So right now I've got a 4-pack of front row, first row seats. If you're caller number 500. All right. 8. No, look, Andrew just gave me the bird. Andrew flipped me the bird. Let's go with 105. Caller number, he's still flipping me the bird. He just shook his head. All right. Caller 100. Seriously, all kidding aside. Caller 105 right now. If you're caller 105 800 990 1047, then you win. 4-pack, front row seats, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Sunday night, Amalie Arena. 800 990 1047. Caller 105 right now. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Now, what do you want for Christmas? How about a brand new BMW? was a fairly slick little DJ, little wicka, wasn't it?
That was tight, Skrizzle.
That was fairly tight.
Yeah, it was smooth.
I'm like Jam Master, Mix Master, whatever over here with the little contract countdown mix right into the real Europe.
You're Jam Master MJ.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, so Andrew, have you found caller 105 yet? Man, every line is still ringing. That's a good sign. Hey, Andrew, did we give away the tickets? Are we done?
We did.
Who won?
Scott Gorman.
Fantastic.
Right.
So Scott's got a 4-pack. Hey, everyone else that's ringing, and every line is still ringing. We highly appreciate you calling. But a guy by the name of Scott Gorman just won the 4-pack of front row seats to the Trans-Siberian Orchestra down at Amalie on Sunday afternoon and Sunday night. 2 shows over the weekend. So check it out. All right. Before we get out of here, I teased a couple of things I got to get to. I have a follow-up here. Do you remember the story that we did, and it was a Canadian story about the shop teacher that has the gigantic size Z prosthetic boobs? You remember we did this, I don't know, a month ago or so?
You said they look like kindergartners in her shirt.
Oh, my God. Well,
the shop teacher was in transition.
I think they want to be a her.
Gender identity-wise.
It's a male
in Canada.
Male shop teacher in Canada that's transitioning to a female, but ordered the most freakish, cartoon-like prosthetic boobs, and they are enormous. Folks, I think we put the image up last time. Andrew, did we put that up on our website? Stories we talked about? I think we did, right?
I feel like
I think so.
All right, could you dig that back up? All right, folks, we have an update. If you missed the story the first time around, Andrew, if you can go to our archives and if you can bump that story back up to the top at stories mentioned on the MJ Morning Show on mjmorningshow.com, we'll move it back up. You've got to see the images because whatever I'm going to do right now to describe it, I can't even come close to how ridiculous and freakish and how cartoonish, how disruptive this is.
We did it back in September.
All right.
What happened? One of them fall out and kill a kid?
No, well, you're close.
But did you get too close to a belt sander? Just level one off?
Students at Halton School District have been threatened with suspension if they take pictures or videos of Oakville Trafalgar High School teacher Kayla Lemieux, who's regularly seen at the school with a massive fake chest. Folks, when I tell you that these are the size of old, 25-inch, old tube television sets, I'm not exaggerating. And there are giant nipples that are the size of tennis balls that are protruding from this ridiculous stretched out top. And this is a shop teacher at a high school that it is the craziest thing you've ever seen. And the update is that students have been threatened with suspension if they take any pictures.
Oh, please.
Of the teacher. No videos, no pictures. So the teacher gets to show up at school.
In a public place.
The teacher's making a mockery. The fact that the school district doesn't put their foot down and say, you can't look like that. You can't have these gigantic fake boobs the size of 4-year-old kids each with giant nipples that look like tennis balls that are jamming out like a spray paint can top, poking out of, really? That's what it's like.
Welcome to Canada.
Yeah, here's a photo of her working. Is that a radial saw?
I'll be in Canada tomorrow, folks.
Oh, that's right.
I'm going to Canada.
Could those nipples even fit in a vice grip?
I don't know. I'll be tomorrow. I'll be out and about.
What are you gonna do there?
I'm gonna ski, man.
It's gonna sap trees for syrup.
Can I give you some advice of what you should do on your flight?
What that?
This is so fun.
Yeah. Well, let me finish with the story.
Oh,
here.
I'm sorry.
All right. So you got to see. Andrew, did you find the old story? All right. It's bumped up. And then go ahead and grab the new story. The new story is students are banned from taking photos of the transgender Z-size prosthetic breasts. So the teacher can be disruptive as hell and is walking all over the school district. I mean, essentially, this teacher is taking the school district, putting it between her giant boobs and smothering them. So the teacher can make a mockery, but the students can't take pictures and video, and you'll be suspended if you do. What is wrong with this picture?
I'm all for people transitioning and whatnot, but this is like, I think she's just made, like you said, a mockery.
It's
She's
a
making
total
joke
mockery
of it.
Listen, if you want to transition, listen, live and let live. If that's what you want to do,
Be your
then
authentic self.
That's your prerogative. If you need to be somebody different. But this is an absolute joke. This is like a giant bleep you to the school district, to the kids, to the parents, everyone. And now students that take pictures are threatened with suspension.
So let me get the most outrageous pair, and then what are they going to do?
That's
it.
it.
I'll just tell them on.
And they're humongous latex. I mean, they're the size of laundry baskets.
Imagine going in for your first day of class. How are you not going to take a picture?
Exactly.
I would hope I got this teacher for shopping.
All right, that's MJMorningshow.com. If you want to see the images of this teacher, and you're going to say, oh, my God, MJ did not exaggerate at all.
Yeah, you're underselling these things.
You're going to say, my God, MJ has undersold this. Once you see the pictures, you're going to say, this is even crazier than I even imagined with my wildest imagination.
It's too much.
It is. It is. Go to MJMorningshow.com, click on stories mentioned at the very top, and then the links will be there to see the images here. What a nutty, nutty, crazy story. I mentioned Justin Verlander and Kate Upton. So Verlander is now with the New York Mets. He was he Astros, right? Was he?
So, yeah, he played for the Tigers for a long time,
Right.
but he played for the Astros, and now he's with the Mets.
Now he's with the New York Mets. So this is insane. Justin Verlander, superstar pitcher, and his supermodel wife, Kate Upton, they are now vacationing on the island of St. Bart's. St. Bartholomew, St. Bart's, kind of a, rich and famous little playground. It's in the it's off of St. Martin.
Okay.
Not far from St. Martin, you got St. Bart's. Saba's over there as well. I went scuba dive Saba. That was fantastic. Scuba diving is crap on St. Martin, but you just travel over to Saba. That's some good diving over there.
Another world, bro.
Dive that pinnacle, bruh.
Pinnacle's this.
We got a pinnacle, bruh. Yeah. All right, this is nuts. Verlander and supermodel Kate Upton, they are staying at a $450,000 a week villa.
What? Well, doesn't he make like $400 million?
But listen, I don't care. If I made $400 million or if I had a $400 million contract, there is no way that I would spend $450,000. That is just throwing it away. $450,000 for a villa? Really?
Ooh.
Hell yeah. Man, you got the money.
Money's relative, man. I mean, I get it. It's a lot of money.
She makes a ton, too.
Yeah, she does.
But still, that is a ridiculous number.
That's a YOLO.
What does it do? Float in the middle of the...
A YOLO? No,
You only live once.
it's a Dumbo is what it is.
I don't
care how rich you are, how much money you make. $450,000 for
It's
a week
insane.
for this big, huge villa to rent on St. Bart's.
So what's the night on that?
A week?
I mean, divide it by 7.
Yeah.
No, divided by 8. The Earth is slowing down.
So it's $64,000 a night.
Oh, well, it's not
MJ,
that
you
bad,
can
then.
handle that.
No, come on. That's ridiculous. Hey, by the way, regarding my contract, I have been presented with a new deal or an extension, and I have not decided what I'm going to do. I am going on vacation after the show today, and I am heading out of the country very far into Canada. But here's the deal. If you want to know what's going on, follow me on Instagram. If you're listening right now, follow me on Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. I'll keep everyone apprised of what the hell's going on, whether I'm coming back, whether I'm re-signing a new contract to return next year live. Follow me on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow, and I'll give you all the information you need to know there. Certified MJ
I have a question.
Radio.
Are you going to, if you sign, are you going to make the announcement over Instagram over the vacation?
Well, where else would I do it?
Good point.
I mean,
Thank you. This is our last live show. Now, Andrew is putting together great best ofs. So great best of shows and tons of material that you never heard before, probably. So it's new to you. So good best ofs over the holidays. But anything else, guys, before we get at it today?
Yeah, I told you when you're on the plane tomorrow.
Yeah, what do I have to do?
Get on your phone, on your Android, and go through all of your photos. You and Michelle do it together. You guys will be sitting together and look at all of your photos together on your phone from the past year, and you'll be like, "Wow, we did a lot. We accomplished a lot." Because you only take happy photos in your phone. It's not like you take photos of the bad things that happened this year, and it'll just be fun. And you'll see what your priorities are. I'm looking through I've been doing it all during the show.
Oh, it's very sentimental.
Yeah, and you'll see what your priorities are. Actually,
a bunch of pictures of wine and
yes, exactly.
And jizz.
Hey, I mentioned Rolex wearers. If anyone is traveling to Europe over the holidays, be careful. If you have a Rolex or high-end watches,
I only wear Richard Mille.
It would be Richard.
Oh,
Richard Mille.
Mine's Richard.
Get it on the discount rack.
Richard
Mine's
Mille.
Rick.
No, there's a big warning, and this happens in the U.S. as well. But if you're traveling in Europe, these thieves are attacking people on the street and ripping off Rolexes and other expensive brands off their wrists. People are getting attacked in daylight hours, nighttime hours, and there's been just a rash in London, in France, in Paris. So in Europe, the warning is out that luxury watches are targets for roaming bands of thieves, and they will knock you the hell out and steal the watch off your wrist. Not to mention, hey, here in the United States, there have been many stories about these watch hookers.
Yeah.
You know, we had it, I think, right here. We had a couple of stories right here in the Tampa Bay area, and the watch hookers, they're the ones that pick up guys in bars or restaurants, and they notice they're wearing an expensive watch. They then go back to their place, their condo, their hotel room, and they sometimes drug the guys with a little knockout pill or a roofie or something. Or while the guy is taking a shower, hey, why don't you take a shower? Yeah, we'll have some fun. And while the guy's taking the shower, they rip off jewelry, watches, and they're gone. New York, a lot of that in New York and Miami, and we had it happen here in the Tampa Bay area. The watch hookers, so they're going after expensive watches here as well.
Watch out. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, that's worth maybe the final live of 2022. There you go. All right, guys, you want to leave us with anything before we shut things down?
I mean, a quack was
If
perfect.
we see you next year, we see you.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, follow me on Instagram. I'll keep everyone up to speed on what's going on.
I want to see Fester and Froggy hug today before you guys leave.
And you can see what the Canadian Rockies look like as well.
This isn't Fantasy Island, Roxanne.
Oh, what'd you say?
Roxanne wanted to see Froggy and I hug it's like on her fetish bucket list or something. Listen,
it is.
Froggy and
No,
I
you guys have been going at it all day. You've been like arguing all day with each other on and off air. Well, mostly off air. So I just want to see it.
Roxanne, don't break down the fifth wall.
There'll be no hugging. I love you, Froggy.
All right, I gotta go.
Bye.
No, no one leave until we officially shut things down here.
Okay. Dun, dun, dun. All right, everybody be careful out there.
And then
what are you mocking me now?
What are we doing?
Hang on, I got to talk about Plan BAC first, one of our great sponsors. And listen, I want to end our live show in 2022. I want to thank all of our great sponsors. We got a ton of them, and we have a lot of MJ Morning Show live commercials that I do, and the crew, we sponsor different companies and brands, and we really appreciate every single one of you. Just like Plan BAC, transparent pricing, no hidden surprises. When you need an air conditioning company that you can rely on, it's Plan BAC. When your air conditioning goes out, if you need a repair, if you need a new unit, they'll tell you, and they're honest. Had a story a week or so ago from a listener that had a $6,000